funny guy.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
Look at you. You can't even turn around in that thing.
Hey, look at this.
Funny, it's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you're funny.
You mean?
So?
Well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little maybe, but I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh.
Then nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Mischief, Mayhem movie, episode number 4. We have a great episode for you today. We got a lot to talk about. A little Marvel news, a little Elon Musk news, some breaking news. And I want to go ahead and introduce our new lovely co-host we just added this week, the one, the only, Vex Electronica.
Yeah! Woo! Queen's Wave, the Queen's Wave, always. Thank you.
Now, she is on Canadian internet, so I don't know how long this is going to last.
Ooh,
yeah. I don't have YouTube loaded up, so we'll be fine.
That is true. She is good to go. So I'm happy to be here on this lovely Monday. How's everybody doing today?
Good. Cold,
wonderful.
Wet.
Moist. Where the hell have you been spending your day?
Yeah, what's making you so wet, White Bear?
What's going on with you, Raj?
I am loving the wig. I am loving it. Everybody.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like eating a bullet every night. I wake up.
But he
coming back to full Aussie Mel Gibson there.
I mean, he is. Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, he kind of switched. In the first one, he kind of switched around in his Australian accent. I feel like eating a hollow point bullet.
You ever see the dingo eat a baby? Murtaugh?
This is going to be a long show.
Yeah. Get ready.
Strap in, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We do unfortunately have some. We do have some breaking news. I see Vex laughing her ass off. She can't
breaking news.
It's not funny.
It's the BBC music.
Thank you. Well, there's a different kind of BBC, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm just. I know it's sad news, but it's like, oh my god.
Well, we do have sad news. Unfortunately, I'm going to share here.
Vex, now that you're here, we're international.
We also fill a diversity quota. Thank you.
2 diversity quotas. I'm
2.
both non-white and a woman.
Oh my god.
See? You're welcome,
too.
America. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So anyway, on that sad note,
we don't want to be canceled is the deal. Thank you, Vex.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Vex. Thank you so much for not.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for.
So if something happens to us, we get canceled, we can just claim racism because we have a colored woman on the show.
Racism and sexism.
And sexism.
Double whammy.
Done. I didn't want to tell Vex. That's why I brought her on the
also,
show.
xenophobia since I'm in a different country.
Ooh.
Yeah, we built the wall in the wrong place. Should have been northern.
That is true. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So we have some breaking unfortunate news. It looks like the lovely Kirstie Alley passed away today. It's 71 years old. What was it? Complications from cancer, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, on her Twitter page here, it's basically a statement from her family, basically just saying to all of our friends far and wide around the world, we're sad to inform you that our incredible, fierce, and loving mother has passed away after a battle with cancer, only recently discovered. And then she was surrounded by her closest family and fought with great strength, leaving us with certainty of never-ending joy of living and whatever adventures lie ahead. And it goes on, just kind of nice statement from the family. and the kids here. So it's unfortunate because that literally happened 10 minutes before we came onto the show. At least that's when we got notified. So obviously some fond memories of Kirstie Alley for me, mostly from, like Vex was saying, Look Who's Talking movies, and then of course Cheers she was on for a while, and some Star Trek before that. And yeah, so that's unfortunate news.
Yeah, I remember her from Cheers and having like a little boy crush on her.
Yeah, I mean, she was a hottie. I thought that she was just, I don't know, just like a super pleasant person and not stuck up.
And she had her demons to battle, if I remember correctly. I don't want to put that out there, but
what movie was that?
Oh, that was she was Constantine.
Okay, yeah.
She was John Constantine.
That was before we gender swapped. She was the first one.
Right. She was the first gender swap with John Constantine. We all agreed with it though, because she was based.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not to gloss over, it's sad news. Obviously, everybody has memories of Kirstie. So rest in peace, Kirstie Alley.
Absolutely.
Sorry for your family, and I'm very sorry to hear that. But getting to our first piece of news for the evening, we wanted to go ahead and talk some Marvel news because we all love Marvel, don't we? Yeah.
You see White Bear's comment there?
Wow, White Bear.
Wow, White Bear.
Jeez.
I mean,
family, no shame.
It's not like she's gonna update her status anytime soon.
Savage.
Yeah, but her family needs the money at this point.
Okay, well,
she's old.
Well, Look Who's Talking for might happen.
You think Look Who's Talking is going to be opposite of a baby now?
It won't be about dogs or babies this time. It'll be
it'll be about Kirstie Alley.
Mediums? Are we gonna have mediums talking to the babies? No, is that what's God, you people are sick. You know that?
Yeah, right. Let's move on because it's getting dark.
Yeah. Anyway,
R.I.P. Kirstie Alley, I love you.
R.I.P. Kirstie Alley. We're gonna talk Marvel news. We will address the chat. I know there's a lot of people in here right now. So first, we wanted to get started with the stories, and wanted to bring up this one here because we all love Marvel and we love Black Panther. Wakanda ain't forever. So this story kind of broke.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I time out
Go ahead.
and say my mom doesn't recognize me?
I saw.
Janet,
is that what
Janet?
that? Okay.
I just saw that Janet in the chat room is actually my mother.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Janet.
It's me. It's me, Martin Riggs. And if you remember me,
where's my coat?
No, she's trying to forget you. That's why she doesn't remember you.
Well, that's true. Hi, Mama. Anyways, let's go ahead. Sorry.
Jesus. What the hell just happened in the first 5 minutes of this show? You know, this is not a good impression.
I was bringing it back to a lighthearted mother-son connection.
Yeah,
after White Bear's dark humor.
I'm blaming Vex.
She's new though.
Diversity hire has to do something.
Yeah. Blame the darkie, eh?
I didn't mean keeping it dark.
You know, canceled already.
We brought you on for a reason, and you're already doing the opposite.
10 minutes into a show, and we're getting canceled. This is getting clipped out, by the way. It's got to get clipped out. This first 10 minutes is getting clipped out. How not to start a show. Anyway.
Okay.
Where the hell were we? Okay, Black Panther. We know Wakanda Forever was not met with the most gracious of audience scores. Well, for the most part. Critics liked it, naturally, right? What a shock. But this story is basically saying that as of right now, it looks like it's anticipated to finish around maybe the $800 million worldwide mark, which is, to me, not a success, right? With the production budget we were going over prior, what was it? $250 million budget was it to make this movie?
Yeah,
it was $250 million before reshoots.
Right.
And the reshoots, I'm guessing, if I'm guessing correctly, it's going to be about $50 million. So it's the $300 million movie with a $300 million P&E budget, P&A budget, print and advertising budget.
Well, and then Vex brought up a good point, which I had forgotten earlier, that this movie did not release in China because of reasons that Disney and Marvel won't announce.
Racism.
But there was,
let's just say racism.
Legit racism. But so I mean, even here it says that 39%. Okay, so
you mean the country that demands Disney to shrink the black man down to a miniature size when
Mini
he's a big
bodega.
portion of a film.
Nah, that's not
Right.
true. You're
You
just
mean the
racist.
country that persecutes Muslims has a
Right.
problem with Black Panther?
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought that the country that's harvesting organs from Muslims would
The same
have a
people
problem?
that took what's his name? They took off the Star Wars poster.
John Boyega.
John Boyega.
John
That's what I was
Boyega,
talking
yeah.
about. They miniaturized him.
Yeah.
Like in our poster, he's obviously a main character in the
pretty
trilogy, and he's like really in the front. But in
Yeah.
the Chinese poster, he's about where am I?
Yay
He's
high.
small.
Did you
Yeah, he's about this
hear
small.
anything about like they might have encouraged the scripts to kind of the writers to kind of make him less of a big character for the following movies?
Really?
Not
I
surprised.
hadn't heard
I
about
haven't
that.
heard that. Yeah.
Well, I know he wasn't happy. They basically just took his role, turned it into shit, and diminished it. And he
Yeah,
was
well,
basically a side.
they pretty much made him into a comedic dumbass.
Didn't he speak out about that too? Like
Yeah.
how unsatisfied he was with that role? Okay, I'm not a Star Wars fan like at all, so I didn't watch any of those newer movies. But I
who's a
followed
Star-
the drama.
No one's a
Yeah,
Star Wars
anymore.
sequel trilogy fan.
Yeah, I was like, we used to be Star Wars fans until they ruined it, bastards.
Maybe the first 6.
Okay, so it goes on here to basically say that Wakanda Forever's the offshore drop was a 39%, and it heads to an $800 million finish worldwide estimated. So right now, I think what it was at Vex, it was around 739 million. You said
It was
As of
733 million.
33 million. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where we're sitting worldwide right now.
And it came out like a month ago too. It's
And
been out for some time.
Yeah, without really any good competition either. There's really hasn't been much out to compete with this movie. So of course,
yeah, and Avatar comes out what 2 weeks from now, a week from now, 2 weeks.
Is
From
it a
Close
week?
to
I think it's 2
Christmas.
weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so this movie probably will stay number one, probably only based on the fact that there's nothing else to really knock it off because everything sucks right now.
What's released next week or this week?
I don't know. That's what you're for. Find out.
Movie guy.
Damn, that's
Come on, movie guy. Get that wig rolling.
Hey.
We get stopping the signal.
Tonight I'm the crazy guy who doesn't know what's going on.
God,
Hey,
you know,
just keep
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Hey, just keep it rolling, and I'll figure it out.
You know what? Just this is how I feel.
I'm too old for this shit.
Nice. Now, when you're saying that it had like a budget of 300, and then it had, did you say it had advertising after that of 300 added on top of that, so it's 600?
Yeah, usually when the budget when
Math,
the budget
thank
comes
you.
out, it doubles whatever the
Okay.
budget was for
All
printing and advertising.
Okay, so
So-
they're making some.
Oh, they had to do reshoots because he passed away, right? That was the big reason. So wouldn't there have been script rewrites to account for in that as well?
Yeah, and usually with like big productions and stuff like that, there's usually reshoots anyways, especially if there's like a screening and like a test screening and audiences say, hey, that sucked. Then they go, okay, we could go reshoot it.
We found competition for White Bear's comment from Advent Weird World Comedy.
Well, jeez, I don't even need to read it, and I already know it's dark. Can I
Sorry.
read it? Wait, let me read it. I'll read it.
Sorry, I'm just cutting Vex's face off at the bottom there. Apologize, Vex.
Sorry,
You're
Vex.
good.
Used to be my face. So.
Kirstie Alley really lived up to her cinematography. She's drop dead gorgeous.
Jesus,
Wow.
Advent. Talk about dark humor. I love it.
I love it. I love it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Hey,
what you do, please.
we can all dream
Left Eye
about it.
Ego. Yeah. What's up, Left Eye Ego in the chat? Talking about Marvel. Better hope people don't watch Violent Night. I was going to talk about that actually because
Yeah.
that shit was epic. I'll be doing a review on it soon. I've heard pretty good things about Violent Night. The
Yeah,
Santa
and
Claus.
It's even
is a
funnier is
badass.
Mel Gibson came out with a Santa Claus movie.
Fat
prior
Man.
to that. Fat Man.
Oh, that's on my to watch list. I'm really
gotta watch
excited
that
about
too.
It turns
Yeah.
out to be more of a drama western than
Ooh.
anything else. Yeah, but
Okay.
that was good. That was a violent.
Your wife here was expecting an act. He did the accent, Jenna, though,
I
in the
did
beginning.
the accent.
Not very
Oi.
well, but he did it.
Oi.
I'm getting yelled,
Wait until the movie
getting-
comes up. All right, you guys go ahead. All right, let's.
I'm getting yelled at. I'm getting yelled at to show my shirt, so I have to. We finally got
Ooh.
a mock
Really?
of our
Really?
Canoli Sasquatch shirts.
Really,
See?
Canole? Really?
Look, see, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Just a mock-up. Just a
Oh, so does
mock-up.
that mean the shipping issue worked out? Like the missing shirts?
It kind of worked out, and then it got effed up again, and then we're still fixing it. Kind of.
Gotcha.
It's being the wife's on. Mrs. Sasquatch is not happy, and she's on it.
Hey,
So
hey,
there's
yo,
going to be.
Kunal.
I need my hoodie.
No one watches
know.
us for
Trust
the
me.
advertisements.
I watch myself for the advertisements. Okay, damn it.
I also have a Rambo wig on, if anybody knows.
Well, that's another movie we'll be reviewing event sometime. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, Ego, nice merch. Yeah, Ego was the first person to wear my merch, believe it or not, before I was. I appreciate you, Ego. But yes, the site is down at the moment. They're kind of just starting over, and then we're fixing everything. So be patient. Anyway, what the hell were you doing, Copa, with your wig? Were you looking up some information?
Yeah, I was looking up what's released next weekend. It doesn't really look like much.
There's not much. No. So this movie's not going anywhere.
The only big competition it's had is Black Adam.
Yeah.
In all
and,
honesty.
That's not really competition.
and I really think that the only thing that's going to knock it out is Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eventually. But still, it's not to say that it's going to make a ton of. But you know how the media has been pushing. I've been seeing it the last few weeks. Oh, number one again, Black Panther. Again, yes, okay. But when you're going against what, then of course it's going to be number one.
Right.
And then even go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no. I was going to say, and if you look it up on IMDb, because usually IMDb, and any like voting sites, the initial like first month or so, or before it's released on Blu-ray for everybody to watch, or streaming sites now, usually the numbers are heightened to where it's like in the top 250 on IMDb. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, it's been out a month, and it's sitting at 7.3, which means to me, like, I've been on IMDb for a long time, and I'm guessing it's going to sit at a 6.8 when everything is said and done. So,
which is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, for a Marvel movie, because Marvel movies, I want to say they average on IMDb about a 7.3 to 7.5. That's usually, and that's pretty good. That means it's like an entertaining movie that you can watch over again. But a 6.8, that's like, oh, I could watch that for noise.
Yeah.
Cameron Vale says here Black Adam lost around 50 million at least. Sounds about accurate.
Wow.
Because first of all, the movie was terrible. I watched this with my wife a couple of weeks ago, and there was no redeeming quality. It wasn't entertaining. It was just a mess. I did a review on it. It was terrible. So
were they trying to set up more of that DC universe with it? Is that why?
Yes and no. They kind of reverted away from the Justice League, went to Justice Society, and then besides race swapping certain characters, of course, they try to introduce characters that nobody knew. They had no real backstory on these characters, just threw them in there. And then Black Adam, they changed his backstory, his origin, and it just was a mess. Now, the best part was the end credits. I think everybody knows by now who was in the end credit scene. If you haven't seen the movie, spoiler
who was in
alert.
the end credits? I haven't seen it. I won't see it.
They brought Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see it.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
they brought
Okay.
Henry Cavill
Okay.
back. So they literally the end credit scene is the entire. It's a 30-second scene. It's the best part. They bring back the traditional, his little curl in his hair and the blue suit and the music, even the original music from the original movies in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. So, of course, that was it. And I'm sitting there going, I sat through a 2-hour crap movie, and the best part was literally the mid-credit scene. It's like people wasted their money on this crap because I didn't.
No.
So it was shit. It was just a shit movie, and I wish I'd never watched it.
Well, I thought they were trying to set up Black Adam versus Shazam.
Yeah,
Shazam's not even mentioned. He's not even mentioned. Shazam's
No
not
shit.
even
Are you
mentioned
serious?
One time.
Because
not once.
Shazam was actually a really good movie.
It wasn't bad. No, I actually thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was bad. It's just not necessary at all. Crap. Anyway, so yeah, another thing that's hurting this movie, Black Panther, is the international. It's even saying it here, the international market. It's not released in China for reasons, and so it's losing a lot of money there. It's going to be below Doctor Strange, even Thor: Love and Thunder. So basically, in the end, the bottom line is there's a lot of reasons why this movie's not going to succeed the way they wanted it to. Let's face it, the movie's probably not. I haven't seen it, so I don't take my word for it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who had seen it and they did not like it.
No.
The movie's boring. I've heard it's boring. I've heard there's Black Panther's hardly in the movie, and what they did to, of course, you
who plays Black Panther?
It's in the end, it's the girl who's his sister.
His
It's
sister.
his sister.
T'Challa.
Okay, so-
la, la, la.
Yeah, right. So my thought is, you know, a lot of us have grown up with Michael Keaton's Batman, and then we got used to the fact that other people can play Batman. And so when Chadwick Boseman died, it was very upsetting, obviously. And it was like, whoa, that was shocking because no one saw it coming. But the fact of the matter is that he didn't own the character of Black Panther. Recast him. Honor,
and he was fine with that.
Right. And honor Chadwick, obviously. Honor Chadwick, but then go on and recast him with someone who's worthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they should have done.
With the franchise. That's what they should have
It
done.
wouldn't have been disrespectful. It would have been the best way to do it. See, even Left Eye Eagle was Shuri. Yeah, Shuri. Of course, she's the genius, and they brought in Ironheart.
Ironheart.
These stupid characters. I mean, the clips I saw were just awful. The writing looked terrible. The CGI looked really bad. And then, never mind Namor, they changed that whole freaking backstory.
Namor.
Didn't they try to make him
a whole thing?
Didn't they try to make Namor like an anti-hero or like somewhat like they changed his backstory altogether so you'd feel it was something to do with like immigration and like illegal aliens?
100%. You're 100% right. So
2 hours and 41 minutes long.
A very long movie, very boring,
shit.
and not a lot of action. Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm gonna look at this article right now. Actually,
even Left Eye Eagle had a great discussion with this with Abomination AJ2 on their show a while back. That Angela Bassett was pissed because they killed off her character. Like, this is a mess. It's just a mess of a movie.
First of all, how can you kill off Angela Bassett? Because she's one of the greatest actresses of all time. Yeah. And to get rid of her is getting rid of your clout.
Yeah.
That's
honestly,
ridiculous.
Most of the people that watched that movie though wouldn't even know who Angela Bassett is the sad part. So it wouldn't even register for them.
Yeah, but that's like typical Disney is like they hire these names and then they bring them in just to murder them off. Like it's almost like people our generation were like, really, Angela Bassett was killed off? How can you do that? And then the younger generation doesn't really care. I just don't understand.
Filipino meatball meant to say, what drags more, Wakanda Forever or the Arizona ballot counting? They're still counting, by the way. They're still counting.
Are you serious?
Even though it's certified now, they're still counting. What a fucking embarrassment.
It's been like 4 weeks now, right?
Yeah, we're a little slow here in Arizona.
A little?
Bit.
I'm still pulling for Carrie Lake. Let's go, Carrie.
Let's go, Carrie.
Let's go, Carrie.
Left Eye Ego says Disney will wait a few years and then release Bashenga, the first Black Panther that to drop during Black History Month of 2020.
He's on point with that one.
He's probably not wrong, but who knows what Disney will look like in 2028 or Marvel, God forbid, right?
Well, that's
as soon as they get a third Bob in there, sure.
Oh God. Well, speaking of that, good segue into our next topic. Because this one was a hot one. Let me share the screen here if I can. Of course, my computer hates me right now. We were
calm down a little bit.
Relax. We're gonna get to.
Are you?
I'm suicidal.
Are you looking at this Filipino meatball comment? By the way, Jenna, thank you for your.
Which
comment.
one?
I appreciate it.
Hold on. Dex is 11-15 category. You're willing to do 11 years of prison for kid. Wow,
Filipino meatball.
Wow, meatball.
I'm married, dude. You can't say that, especially if my husband is watching. Say it when he's not watching.
Yeah,
he's watching.
Her husband is in Florida, so you know he has like multiple guns and a crocodile.
And a crocodile.
He's
drive up and drop that crocodile right.
My husband does not have a crocodile. I wanted to pet a crocodile, and he was shit scared. I went to feed a crocodile. And he was just like, "No, you can do that."
When I went to Florida, when I was a kid, I got to pet a crocodile at Botanical Gardens. Yeah,
there
is that what happened to you? Is that why you look like that?
Yeah, totally. That's
there an accident. In fact, she's like, "Holy shit!" Hey, listen, this is what we do. Well, it's all love. It's all love. Wait. Filipino meatball. You keep saying married like it's not easy to make it widowed. Oh my gosh. He's a dark man. Anyway,
I thought we got dark with. I thought we got dark with Kirstie Alley, and then Filipino meatball came in.
He made it worse.
Yeah.
He made it worse.
From the top rope, Filipino meatball. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a sick man, but I love him. I'll be hopefully seeing him Friday.
He's going to cancel us all from the comments, and Vex Electronica is not going to save us from any of it.
Well, we can use
he's
her.
He's Filipino though, so you can use that from him.
Well, that's very true.
He's only half though.
Still counts if what's her face can claim native status.
Is the other half? Is the other half Swedish?
No, he is white though, but no, not Swedish.
It's not Italian, is it?
No, he's half.
Then
Filipino,
where's
half
meatball
white.
come from?
He looks like a meatball. I mean, does this not look like a meat?
I keep saying it. That's one curvy gentleman.
I mean, he's a sexy man. I'll give him that.
Oh my god, he is gorgeous.
The confidence is what really sells it. The confidence.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
It really is.
So we have this shit storm of this came out today. Actually, this was some of this information from James Mangold, who I like James Mangold. Well, I like some of his movies.
He's a good director.
He is a good director. He did great with Logan. Like he's got some good titles.
310 to Yuma is probably a classic. And if you want to say, if you ever hear someone say remakes are always shit, you can show them 310 to Yuma and be like, yeah, no.
That was a remake?
Yeah. 310 to Yuma, the original was like a 50s or
50s.
Oh.
Yeah.
I really liked that remake then. That was a fantastic
it's really good.
movie.
It was a great movie. Yeah.
Both of them are.
So both the original one was good. But I mean, you can't have Christian Bale, Russell Crowe together.
No, their dynamic was something to beat.
Powerhouse.
No,
totally. All right, Left Eye Ego. Thanks for dropping in, dude. Appreciate you dropping some wisdom on us, and have a great night with the wife.
Thank you, Left Eye.
I didn't realize he directed Logan.
Oh yeah,
or Ford versus Ferrari. Both of those are very good movies.
Yeah, he's got some good, So that's why people were like, "Oh, well, if he's directing Indiana Jones #5, it's got to be good, right?" Not necessarily.
Copland.
There's a higher chance he'll be good.
The thing with Disney is, I think they hire like high quality directors now, other than Jon Favreau and Jon Favreau and Kenneth Branagh. They were originally with Paramount, if you remember correctly. That was before Paramount sold the IPs back to Marvel that went to Disney.
Yep.
But I think Marvel now hires these high quality directors just in name only. And then they tell them what to do, what to shoot, how to direct these scenes and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't think Mangold has too much say in this film.
Yeah, they kind of tie their hands on that, though.
Yeah, they tie the
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, because it even says here that so when this trailer first dropped, initially we all were like, okay, well, have you seen the new Indiana trailer? I showed it to my wife, I showed it to my kid. Besides the most distracting part, which is the shit CGI in this freaking trailer, where his head's not even matching on top of his body in some scenes, I noticed a lot of flashbacks, obviously, to his original escapades in the older movies. Of course, you catch little things here and there. They de-aged him in a lot of scenes. So the rumors were that what was the female character's name? His goddaughter in the movie?
Phoebe Waller something is the actress.
No, but her character plays
goddaughter, right?
Goddaughter, yeah.
Who is Marcus Brody's daughter? So her name is Helena Brody.
Yeah. So they go back. So the hint, there's always the rumor of time travel. So there's going to be a lot of that. So of course the initial reaction was, okay, so what are they going to do? Just erase Indiana Jones's past and have the female basically take up the mantle and fix all his wrongs. And the man can't do anything right. The woman is the future. No offense, Vex.
None taken. You should have heard the rants I had while playing Call of Duty last night.
Oh, I can imagine. I'm afraid to play with her. We have the same we can do it, but I'm afraid.
I used to listen.
I'm not very good.
I used to listen to my wife get the rants from Call of Duty.
There you go. Call of Duty just does something to people.
Hey, grumpy old
and then I was like,
gamer.
Give me the mic. I'll talk to
you. Yeah.
She's
do it in your Riggs voice.
Yeah. Oh, I can talk to him.
I just say I'm old. I'm too old for this shit. That's all I say.
That's all I can say. It's the most memorable line for him.
Yeah. But yeah, so you got this, and then James Mangold came out today, and he was calling the people who leaked out the information assholes, and he's basically saying that none of the rumors are true about what you're hearing about the plot of the movie, and it's just people wanted who get clicks, and it's like, well,
right.
Let me ask you, can you really blame fans now at this point with anything Disney touches to not be upset and have these ideas in their head? Because like you could see them doing it.
No, and like I said, with this echoes Clownfish TV versus Kevin Smith, and Clownfish was right about He-Man, and Kevin Smith kept saying no, Clownfish is a liar.
That's what I was thinking of earlier. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
So with this feels like Mangold is Kevin Smith and Doomcock is his Clownfish.
Doomcock.
Now,
you're the Clownfish to my Doomcock. That's a sentence you will never say ever again.
He said Doomcock. Sorry, I had to go
totally did.
I'm sorry.
He's totally stole my nickname. But anyways, but the thing with Doomcock is that he's 50-50 with his rumors. You literally can't. Yeah, you know what? Smash that
button. Let's do that right now.
Smash it hard.
Smashing it.
Smash it hard.
Smashing.
Like Doomcock smashes rumors.
Smash it like Disney smashes Marvel's hopes and dreams.
Right. Smash it like Lucasfilm smashes your childhood.
Yeah. Smash it like John Boyega wanted to smash Rey Skywalker. I'm sorry, go ahead. Vex is like, what did she's like, what did I join here?
Well, that's it.
Oh, please, she's worse than all of us. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, anyway,
I've seen her.
But yeah, that.
I'm sorry, Copa. Were you trying to actually make a real point?
Copa, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Come on. We got a deadline, goddammit. Let's go.
No. We're moving on now.
Go.
No.
Sorry.
Move on. Dude, it's already 9:45.
We got a lethal weapon thing to do. Let's go.
Yeah,
it's 9:45, but the timer tells me it's 35 minutes, so we still got 25 minutes to kill.
Okay, well then let me make.
Remember from our last show we did together, women shouldn't have a say or vote. Remember, so
yeah, but we put Vex on the council for a reason. It wasn't.
This is a council. What the fuck? What kind of fucked up council? So many clips here I could come out with.
You're welcome. This is going to.
I'm writing this down, by the way.
This is going to get you more views than Triple R. You're welcome.
Yeah, because now you have an actual South Asian person on here. That makes a difference now. Now you got the Indian.
It's official.
Viewers in.
I gotcha.
Wait, the do or the.
I'm the 7-Eleven kind, not the 9/11 kind.
Gotcha.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Free Slurpees for everyone.
Yeah. And my wife is getting pissed by the moment.
All right, go ahead. So let's go. Keep going. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, why I can't remember my point. So
Jesus Christ, Riggs.
We were talking about
my wife died.
Damn it, Riggs.
I want to eat a bullet.
I want to eat a bullet. I got a whole.
We're gonna get into that.
They screw you on the movie review.
Yeah, right. I don't want to spoil the ending.
All right, you were talking. We were talking about Indiana Jones, and you had a whole theory on this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, like, this echoes Clownfish with Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith kept denying it, and Mangold now is in the Kevin Smith role, and Doomcock is in the Clownfish role. Yeah. Yes.
I was going to make fun of you for saying Doomcock, but no, I'm not.
Who doesn't want to say Doomcock?
No, I'm letting you move on.
All right. I'm a child. Go, no, keep going, because this is never going to end. Go ahead.
I keep wanting to say Doomcock.
I would just like to add that this trailer was really. I had no reaction to this trailer whatsoever. It looked like
Can we see the trailer? Can you put the trailer on here?
It just looked like your typical
demanding people. You know that?
Wow. And I'm not.
It looks terrible.
Okay.
Look at this.
No, I'm gonna put it on. God.
Are the people in the
I can't
chat
play the audio.
saying
I don't think I can play the audio. I don't think I can play the audio though.
This trailer is doing the same thing that Spider-Man No Way Home did, and it's just nostalgia baiting. That's all it's doing.
And totally. And if you look at the end of the trailer where he ducks behind the table, it is one of the dumbest gags I've ever seen.
So stupid.
Indiana Jones film too. And that does not bait me into going, oh my God, I want to fucking see this film. It's the dumbest thing. Well, now it opens up really fine.
Good car chase scene. I can't really
this
show
little
it.
car,
Yeah,
this little car chasing. Yeah, just scrub through. Now, see, Indy is in that. If you see, well,
stop yelling at me.
Children,
hit him, Riggs.
Just say the things, okay? Come on.
Yeah, no,
say it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, look, I've already broke down this trailer. I just gotta record it, anyways.
See, this is cool.
Now, see this right here. This looks like a James Bond. This looks straight out of James Bond to me. She pulls out like an Uzi or something like that and starts firing at him, or he does. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Him.
This didn't feel Indiana Jones.
No, it felt more James Bond.
Yeah. But no, the whole trailer. I mean.
Oh yeah, and you want to know why? Because it looks too clean. Now, first of all, look at this. Now, if you pause, well, that's not digital. First of all, Indiana Jones taught in Connecticut, and he's clearly walking from or to his university in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So he's obviously moved on from Connecticut. I think it was Marshall where he taught at in the trilogy,
right?
And now he's in the middle of New York, and that just doesn't feel. Indiana Jones in the middle of New York does not feel right either.
No. Is this like some underwater scene here? It looks like
this didn't make sense either. All this CGI in here? This I didn't like this trailer at all. This was so anticlimactic, and it didn't feel like Indiana Jones at all.
Yeah,
it just feels like more Lucasfilm garbage. In all honesty.
When the eels fly out of this skeleton's mouth, it was all CGI, and you're like, no, that would have been practicals. I mean, if you could scroll, so right there, that is a perfect implication. So right there tells me the cinematographer did not study any of the first three Indiana Joneses. This image looks way too clean to me. They should have dirtied this image up like it was a dirty map that they found in an attic, because that's how
that's how the original one was. Yeah,
that's how the first three looked. Was like this was this tan, messed up image, and I wouldn't say messed up in messed up in.
I know what you mean.
In Lucas's sense. But see, this looks clean to me too, and there's way too much. There's way too much light in this.
Yeah, it's went from Indiana Jones to National Treasure.
Exactly.
Okay, there you go. That's a good comparison. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're
There's
right. It does
much...
have that clean Disney look.
Is that Freddy Krueger?
Right. So
I just saw Freddy Krueger.
But you can see here,
Indiana.
so this scene here, this looks like the Castle Broomwald that his father was held in.
That's what I mean with the flashback. This is where I know we start noticing.
So this looks like we're going back to the Last Crusade. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that no one has ever really talked about is coming up here. But yeah, this is the Castle Broomwald. I guarantee it. This is where his father's held in Last Crusade.
100%. Oh, look, he's running on a train and he's 80 years old.
Yeah, that's
unless
also
this is a
callback. That's a callback to Last Crusade as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you get a walker on top of a train like that?
That's Last Crusade. We've already seen this in Last Crusade.
Yep.
Even though,
I like what's his name coming back.
Yeah, that was nice to see finally. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Well, that's a bad picture, but okay. You know what I mean. That was nice to see. Yeah.
Everything looks.
Look at the background. Fake. Look how fake.
Okay,
background
so if you skip back like 2 or 3 seconds.
So demanding.
If I'm sorry, baby. So here, this looks real. This looks like they're standing there.
Well, this is
Kennedy.
Yeah,
I think it's Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But when you go to Sala, about 2 or 3 seconds, Yeah, that's like JFK.
Oh, that looks so bad.
That's like that's green screen. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
For
can
sure.
tell.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's probably.
If you look at the practicals that are behind him, they don't backlight him at all.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't need to. It's not blurry. That look at this. So you go through a lot of this, and it's I don't know.
Yeah.
This looks new. Like I don't. But God, who's this person here? I don't know who this. That looks like a young Indiana Jones here, because if you look at the frame before,
I think that's the dude from 4. Yeah.
Okay. Oh god, another great.
I think
Indiana
that's that
Jones movie.
alien-looking dude from 4. That was his friend.
Right. Oh, the little yeah. The guy that was in Captain
But the
America.
guy walking up, I'm not sure. And
that might be young Indy and all.
I was about to say, I want to say that's young Indy.
It looks like him
from the shadow.
See, look how bad this looks.
Yeah, it's all CGI. This is
this
on a green screen.
Terrible.
This is all animated.
This looks so bad.
And Indiana
and here
Jones
we go
was
with
never
Phoebe, whatever the Waller.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, she looks in danger.
Why is she in the fucking movie at all? I mean, I don't know.
She's in the movie because she brings the intersexual feminist. So all 3 women.
Okay, that's a totally de-aged, obviously.
Okay, so
now
that's
this is the scene.
de-aged.
Last Crusade with the fireplace. Remember when him and his father get trapped with the fireplace? Yeah, you said that's the castle they were. Yeah.
And this is where I say in my trailer review that this is going to be the uncanny valley for everybody. Because if Doomcock is right, and he says that a majority of this film is Doomcock. He says that young Indy and old Indy are a majority of the film.
Right.
And if you get young Indy in there, everybody's about to get a harsh lesson in what the uncanny valley looks like. Everybody's going to start looking at young Indiana Jones and going, this is fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, this de-aging doesn't look very good anyway.
If you look at his forehead, the forehead lighting is off just a tiny bit. I think there's like a scratch.
His eyes look weird too.
The chin lineup, the
chin. That's what's kind of getting me. Like, he looks more like Bruce Campbell than he does.
Right,
Evil Dead. Jones.
But that's the thing. That's the thing with the uncanny valley is you look at an image like this and you go, I don't know what exactly it is, but something's off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rhetorical Thrill had brought up that movie Tron and the de-aging in that. Do you think it's that bad?
No, that was
actually
Tron,
good de-aging though.
Tron Legacy, I think the second.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for its time, when was that movie made? That was what
2020.
I'm talking about.
You mean the first one? I'm talking about the sequel.
Yeah, I'm talking about the sequel. Yeah,
the sequel I think was like 2006 or 2007.
Yeah, and you could tell it was a product of its time. But they try to de-age Jeff Bridges. I mean, actually an underrated movie. I actually kind of like the sequel.
2010. It was Tron Legacy.
Yeah. Good old Antonio Banderas himself. That's I didn't know Zorro was in this movie.
Tom Holland might be the next Zorro, by the way. I don't know if you saw that news at all.
What?
I did see. Banderas wants him to play Zorro. I'm like, no, come on, enough.
Why?
Just stick to Spider-Man. It's all you're good at.
Tom Holland's only good at Spider-Man.
I never physically he could land Zorro just because he's very like acrobatic and physical. But you're right, as an actor,
he's to buff up a little. I feel like
he's too short.
Well, he has to have like an axe, like a
too short.
Yeah.
We'll go. He might want to get a little brown too while he's at it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's racism.
Take lessons from Vex.
Hey, I'm brown sometimes. It depends on who wants me in their political leanings. So you too, Cologne. Canola, you too.
Well, I am Sicilian, so.
Yeah.
But the Uncanny Valley in Tron Legacy made sense because the character was a computer program. That is a very good point, actually.
You know what?
It's more passable because of that. Yes. This is supposed to be real life. This looks like, is this a de-aged Indiana a little bit, or is it kind of...
they de-aged Robert Downey Jr. in one of the Iron Man movies.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah, that was good.
That wasn't bad. No,
that was pretty good de-aging.
If you look at this trailer too,
they had a lot to work with his previous movies and all. I mean, he was captured on film.
Well, right there is where you see the dial of time, or whatever they're calling it. But that's the dial.
God damn it! The dial of first of all, what a stupid name. The dial of destiny.
The dial.
What the hell? This is what you come up with. Like, even him, he's like, "Oh, this movie sucks."
Okay, wait. Pause it right there. So right there, that proves to me that they go through all of his fucking adventures and deconstruct it. Because if you look real closely, that right there is the Raiders of the Lost Ark very last scene.
That's the thing with the yes.
Well, no. Where him and Miriam are tied up.
Keep your eyes shut.
Well, yeah, that they're tied up on a like a eyeball. An eyeball's over them, but behind them is these giant floodlights, and they had this blue sky as well. So that right there, when I first saw this trailer, I was like, "Oh shit, we're fucking!" And
we're going back to the original.
I guarantee you this right now. If people go and watch this trailer and see this part and listen to the monologue, this is the ending of the movie. This is toward the end. This is when he fades away.
I want to see this movie, Indiana Jones.
I want to see that too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
that's
good. You're probably right though. Yeah. Oh, is this the scene? Can I get this? I'm gonna try to get this CGI.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So the shading is so fucking bad in that.
God, it's bad. Everything about this looks like a video game.
Yeah.
This looks like Bioshock Infinite. That's what I was.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It looks like Bioshock. It's so like for a video game, okay, fine, but you can tell throughout the whole part of this trailer, even in full motion, it's blurry. His face is very blurry throughout for obvious reasons.
Wait, his head doesn't even fucking line up with his body.
No, it's moving his head's going east, his body's going west. The horse is like, "What do you want from me?"
Vex said it looked like it's animated, and would this really be a problem for you if they had done the movie like? Very detailed animation, kind of like a Final Fantasy and Avatar kind of mix. If they did that hardcore of animation with it, do you think it would have been better than just to leave out these old bags?
No, I'll tell you what would have been better if they didn't make the goddamn movie at all.
Yeah, okay.
But yes, I get your point.
I get your point, and I totally agree.
Get your point.
Like if it was an animated show or movie or whatever, I think
some of these names: Indiana Jones and the Temple of Coom, Indiana Jones and the Rolling Water, Rolling Walker. Sorry, Rolling Walker. John's coming with the fire. John Douglas.
Yeah, he's got the tennis balls on there.
Oh, what's up, John?
Indiana Jones and the recovery from hip surgery. Oh God, I love our chat tonight.
I hate snakes.
Indiana Jones in the nursing home of doom. this is just bad.
I had Indiana Jones in the wait. I had Indiana Jones in the life alert button.
Oh, push it. Push it. I need to be saved. I want to see. Are they going to bring back Sean Connery for
the? Oh God, I hope not. In the Castle Broomlock
Junior.
If they do that, I am so like. I will go scorched earth on Disney if they bring back
Sean Connery got canceled though after he died, so no one's bringing him back anywhere.
That's very true. But I think they would try to bring him back just to get that nostalgia bait and talk going. I think they would try to do that. I think the only reason why they wouldn't actually, now I think about it, is his estate wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they could at least have
right
memories.
Right there. Once again, they're going through his backstory. That's the ball that tried to kill him from Raiders. Yeah.
Look, she's coming over here like, look at this. We can you could have just done this and never.
I could do it better because women.
And I'm stronger.
Women power. I don't know what this is.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go with the. Here we go with the hipster bullshit.
60s is supposed to be the 60s, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I never knew. I didn't even notice.
So in this scene, I'm pretty sure these are protesters at an Apollo 13 an Apollo 11 ticker tape parade in the middle of New York.
Mm-hmm.
From what I gathered, pausing Oh, what? Yeah, Indy, punch a Nazi.
Oh, yeah.
Punch the Nazis.
Punch a Nazi.
I bet you one of the Nazis' names is going to be Trump.
Or Donald.
Donald, yeah. He'll have the light hair, the orange hair.
It's Donnie, the Nazi. Hey.
Hey,
maybe they'll reshoot it to have someone look
all Donnie and Nazi.
There's a future 40. There's president number 45 getting punched in the face.
That's for January 6th. You sick bastards.
Okay. Anyways, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going on here.
No, so this is an Apollo 11 ticker tape parade.
But they're protesting the. Is this supposed to be the?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they have.
Well, they have peace signs. So is this?
Yeah, they have peace signs and all that other shit. But this.
This looks
telling
fun.
Telling you right now, this is an Apollo 11 ticker tape parade, and they're going to have a cameo of like.
What the?
Oh, there we go. Oh, so, yeah. So
this is the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that looks.
Punch it, Fleabag.
Well, they're going back in time here, obviously. So.
Yeah. Well, no. They're going to the other part of the galaxy where Jabba lives.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool. So does he become Han Solo all of a sudden during this part?
Yeah. So he becomes Han Solo all of a sudden, and then he has to escape Jabba's palace.
And this is how we get the Han Solo movie that everyone wanted.
Everybody wants. Now is Chewie in this scene? That's what I want to know.
Well, yeah,
that might be Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Because what I want to have happen is him go, "Hey, light speed in here," you know.
Well, like I said, anybody who can play Chewie is Fleabag.
Furball?
I like that. And of course, you got the whip magic.
Okay,
whip.
so if you leave it there, that's young Indiana Jones too. If you look really closely,
true. Yeah, you could look at it. You could see it in the face. Yeah,
yeah, it's really young Indiana Jones there.
Kind of looks like he's really fat though.
Well, that's a lot of air. He's got a lot.
Sorry, I know.
He's a little bloated here. He's a little bloated here.
Well, I mean, the CGI artist.
This guy's having a bad day.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, I don't know what's
somebody's
going on
drowning. I don't know. And then there's water, more water. Oh, there we go. Female power.
Oh my God, she's female.
She's
so good.
She could
you know what? Let's not get canceled. She's so great.
She's wonderful.
I did like her in one show she starred in, but
what's that?
No, she was in a British drama called
Killing
Eve.
At
you.
No, not Killing Eve.
She wrote that.
Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Oh God.
No, I do. Okay, so
Broadchurch. There we go.
Oh, okay, it was
very good murder mystery British drama.
Cope was like, "Wait, that was good." Okay. I'll take your word for it.
No, it was solid. The first 2 seasons were good, and then they brought in a 3rd season unnecessarily. But David Tennant is one of the leads in there as well.
All right.
Is he riding a horse through a subway? Is this what I'm seeing?
Yes, it's awful because.
Of course.
Look at the.
Oh, that is awful. See that is too clean of an image for Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then from a cinematography standpoint, they use anamorphic lenses, and if I'm pretty sure, I'm going to get fucking nerdy right now. Spielberg, yeah, right.
Nerd.
So Spielberg and Lucas agreed to use spherical lenses, which gives you like a higher depth with the wide lenses, and.
Okay.
So when you get those stretched out, like J.J. Abrams look lens flares, that's an anamorphic lens, and that's you don't usually see that with an Indiana Jones film. You'll see a circular lens flare, which is a spherical lens.
Yeah, what's true, Filipino meatball.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Are we going to
said the horse would roll an ankle in the subway? Probably.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, totally. And if you look at the close up of him riding the horse, that's not him. That's an animatronic horse, for sure. Like you can see him. Fake. Oh, it's just fake as fuck.
And this is the scene here where they introduce her as, I'm his goddaughter.
Oh, this is awful.
So it's not even funny.
If you see this here, like she tries to deny him too.
Is he showing his Johnson?
He's showing old man bulge.
Oh
my God. Is this a bulge right here?
Having a Biden moment.
Is that his catheter?
Wow.
Look at me. I'm old, but I can have that's not my whip.
Yeah, look at that bull whip.
Is that CGI in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Let me whip it out.
This is the scene that is the
This
most.
is the dumbest
scene.
fucking
was
thing
so
ever. This is the
cringy.
dumbest gag I've ever seen.
First of all, who's he whipping at? He's whipping at like nothing.
He's like whipping at everybody.
He just heard the song.
And then they all pull guns out, and then he does the gag where they shoot at him while he's down on the ground.
They
Like,
shoot at the wall behind him, but
Yeah,
never.
there you go. Look,
The timing was
he's
really
gone
off with this entire.
he
movie.
ducks down.
You
Yes,
fucking
this
morons.
literally was trash. So let's just basically say this movie's going to be trash. I have no anticipation, no like Vex said, I have no feeling, which is sad because I love the original. I love the original movies. First three were great.
Shia LaBeouf was in the first one, or the fourth one, wasn't he?
Fourth one, yeah, he kind of ruined
We
it.
don't really count that one.
I don't remember that one. I saw
Well,
it, but I
good.
don't remember
Exactly.
It will save you many years of
You
therapy.
are just buy the first three and move on.
Mm-hmm.
it. Gotcha.
The first three is like as close knit of a trilogy as you're ever going to get. Like the first three Star Wars and the first three Indiana Jones, and then I would say maybe Back to the Future. The third one kind of lagged a little bit.
I didn't like
But-
the third Back to the Future at all. Those first two were great.
Yeah, the third one, they tried to do this Clint Eastwood Western bullshit, and then it got really slow. It was really weird. But the first two were good. The first one's a classic. The second one was good. With iconic moments. But the third one kind of lagged. Anyways, yeah, so the first three Indiana Jones, you can't fucking beat. I mean, I remember as a kid, like part 2 was my favorite, and then I got Raiders of the Lost Ark again and watched it, and I was like, holy shit, this fucking movie is dope.
Right.
Like, how did I sleep on this all these years thinking Temple of Doom was the best one when it's really Raiders? And then the second best is Last Crusade.
How did Disney get the rights, by the way, to this? Is
Lucas sold it.
Lucas sold them all.
Oh, he had the rights to the Indiana Jones franchise?
Yeah,
it's
not just Star Wars, it's Lucasfilm.
Yeah, Lucasfilm.
I thought Spielberg owned it. That's why.
No. So with Lucas, what was great about Lucas is when he sold to 20th Century with Star Wars, they kind of laughed at him and said, yeah, this is never going to work, whatever.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, so I'm going to retain the rights to the movie, and I'm going to retain the rights to like all the toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can have the distribution rights. That's it. And they said, yeah, whatever. And so he had all those rights. And then Star Wars came out. It was obviously a cultural phenomenon. And that made him tons of money and gave him the biggest dick to where he could just swing it on anybody's desk and wipe it clean. And they would say, what do you want to make, Mr. Lucas? So he went to Paramount and said, I want to make Indiana Jones. And he retained all the rights to that because it was under the Lucasfilm guys at the time. And he got Spielberg to direct. And I want to say Spielberg was with Universal. Spielberg was with Universal at the time. Spielberg was really contractually obliged to Universal.
Yes,
he got Spielberg. Yeah, so Spielberg got to direct those films. He got Spielberg to direct those films, but he retained the rights to everything other than the distribution, much like 20th Century Fox with Paramount. So when it came time to sell all of his shit to Disney, he owned all that shit. Paramount and 20th Century. Well, first of all, 20th Century went to Disney anyways, but Paramount they can't do anything about it because he owned those rights. All they can do it's fucking crazy.
Such a mess.
It was all because nobody believed Lucas was going to be able to pull off Star Wars.
Yeah.
No.
In 77, they all thought that Smokey and the Bandit was going to be the #1 movie of that year. And Close Encounters. In fact, Spielberg had Close Encounters come out in 77 as well. We're getting really nerdy right now.
You're such a nerd.
Right. So Close Encounters was coming out in 77. Star Wars was coming out in 77. Smokey and the Bandit was coming out in 77. Everybody thought Smokey and the Bandit was going to be the #1 box office thing. Spielberg and Lucas both bet on each other's movies, but oppositely. Yep. So George Lucas said, "Your movie's going to beat mine, and I'll own 10% of Close Encounters." Spielberg did the opposite. He said, "I'm betting that Star Wars is going to beat mine, and I'll own 10% of Star Wars." And that's how they kind of like became friends and how they've kind of interacted. But obviously, Star Wars became number one. Close Encounters was number two, and From a Distant 3 was Smokey and the Bandit.
Jesus.
And so
it's a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on in 77.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's going to suck. I have no anticipation.
Oh, yeah. So back to Indiana Jones 5. It's going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad movie. I have no, I just don't care. Like, this is people are like, oh, it's Indiana Jones nostalgia. I just don't care. Disney has ruined so much for me since we talked about this briefly. Okay. I think we had a Twitter conversation about this.
Can we talk? John Douglas said Indiana Jones and the Dentures of Destiny.
Yes, I like that better.
That's a good one. That's a good.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, so moving on from that, that's going to be terrible. I have, like I said, no anticipation. I don't care, and I probably will never watch it. If I do, I'm not paying for it, if you know what I mean. So
Pirates like for thee.
They're not getting my support, damn it. So I know we have stuff to move on to the Lethal Weapon review, which is coming up here in a second. I just really wanted to kind of I saw this headline today, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I don't want to get into a whole long thing at this point, but I don't. Is this the one here? Yeah. What in God's green earth? CNN has this up today as an article about his Twitter. You know, we all know about the Twitter information that he brought out with the reporter about the whole collusion with the election and the Hunter Biden laptop and all that. So there's no need to get too much into this. I saw this today, though. I thought this was funny. Like, what? How is what he's doing? This is all I see from the media. Instead of actually talking about the real issue here with this whole laptop thing, it's been all about what is Elon Musk doing wrong since he's taken over Twitter.
You know what actually helped normalize neo-Nazis? Giving $70 billion to Ukraine.
Thank you.
That normalized.
Yeah, that's pretty direct there.
Ooh, I like this. I like this title from John Douglas.
I think the Screaming Sasquatch might be better.
Yeah. Screaming, yeah, no kidding.
Indiana Jones and the Screaming Sasquatch.
Yeah, so like, not to get into the whole long thing here. I just thought this was funny because it's all I see from all these left-leaning media outlets is neo-Nazi, white supremacy. Musk is giving hate speech is on the rise, and I'm like, well, actually, no. He showed you proof that it wasn't. He showed that it's declining, but yet
this is as transparent as you can freaking get. I mean, this is a pretty epic moment in a lot of business history, political history, and the mainstream media. And they do not want this out in the open. I mean, this is pretty bad for them. That's why they're running articles like this. They're trying to find anything. You know, did you hear about Elon's possible tattoo on his left butt cheek of Hitler?
Yeah.
Did he reveal when his next Twitter Files episode or dump is going to be? Did he say?
I think it's
no. You just said episode 2 is coming soon.
He said it's coming soon, so we're all waiting with anticipation. But you know what'll happen? Okay. It'll be released there, and then that's where it'll stop because nobody else is really going to cover it.
I'm hoping it does more than that, in all honesty, especially.
I hope so. Yeah.
This whole Balenciaga thing coming out too. I'm really hoping one of his Twitter dumps is going to be on the whole 2016 pizza situation. I don't want to say the title in case I get too flagged on YouTube, but I'm hoping he reveals some information there since he's already on the election streak.
You can just say cheese pizza. I think it will be a fine.
Yeah, but that's code. We all know that's code for it.
No, you can say chili.
Parmesan?
Chili Parmesan.
Energy on dough is what I like to go with.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. I like that.
All right. Are we moving on to the...
Yeah, the Balenciaga situation, like, I kind of saw it and I was like, oh, okay. And then I kept seeing it and I was like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah, it's not just a bunch of people doing a bunch of weird stances while being like edgy or like so much weird goth and all that. No, it's getting pretty out there.
Yeah, I mean the teddy bear bondage shit was crazy enough.
Oh, it's so fucking weird.
Some of the other shit, yeah.
Well, that's what I said on someone else's post on Twitter today. Like, cheese Pizzagate is definitely real. Just saying. After all this shit that's coming out, remember all the stuff that was in John Podesta's house when that came out?
Oh God, yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about that artwork.
But I just wanted to take off.
Me as fuck, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah, it's
more than anything
bullshit.
else. More than anything else, I like when I see the artwork in Podesta's house, and I'm an artsy guy, and I can accept.
I can tell by that wig.
Right. So, anyways, I can accept a lot of art, but what I saw in Podesta's house it just infuriates me.
It terrifies you. It terrifies you.
And
it's
like I shut out. Like there's nobody talking about it.
Yeah,
of course not.
His brother has a serial killer's pieces of artwork in there as well.
Yeah, the Jeffrey Dahmer victim. It's like a gold-plated statue of like
that hangs over.
Infamous. Yeah,
that hangs over his ceiling.
Yeah.
By the way, hit that smash that like button. Good timing to remind
hit that like button.
Yeah.
You guys like late night Dahmer talks, don't you? Smash the like button.
I just like
smash the like button. Subscribe, share, and and by the way, I forgot to mention this, that all these lovely people in this video are their description their information is in the description. You can find them, all their socials. I don't know. Vex has got she's on 20 shows. I don't know what the hell she's doing.
Do you even have your own channel?
All her information is in the description as well. All her gaming shows and podcasts, it's all in there. Good work. She does good work.
I released a YouTube video today, actually.
Oh,
that's why I kept getting distracted watching Lethal Weapon. Because my partner was fucking messaging me about editing videos, and that took 2 hours.
Segway. Magic. Oh, that's a good ASMR while you're getting drunk there.
You like that?
Yeah. Okay.
It's just apple juice. It's not.
Yeah, sure. That's what that's what I used to tell people too. Special apple juice. Okay. So moving on from all that lovely news. Thank you.
All right, let's get to the good stuff.
Let's get to the good stuff. So
wait. Time out. John Douglas, Indiana Jones and the Monkeypox of Mystery.
Oh, I like that.
Oh no, Indiana Jones and the Monkeypox Mystery.
Monkeypox Mystery. What's that? That's a good one. He's got some good ones tonight. There's been some good ones.
John Douglas is on it. He should write those fan fictions right now. He's good.
He is a writer. Yeah, he's good. He's got some stuff. John Douglas is good. You should go subscribe to his channel. He had a good live chat today. That was good.
Mm-hmm. He also had a good live chat with Abomination AJ and Left Eye Ego. That was excellent.
Yes, they did a review of the Isom, and then John Douglas did a review with Abomination AJ the other day of the Mario trailer. That was pretty good too. So
yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So moving on, we reviewed a movie. I'm actually excited about this because this is Vex's first time seeing this movie. But for me, I'm old, so I've seen it 100 times.
Yeah, right. I did not go back and rewatch it for a review.
God damn
I've
it!
Seen it.
I've
seen it.
I was gonna say
I've seen it so many damn times, and
that's okay.
That's okay.
Did you memorize it?
I'll probably watch it again later. But
okay. So we reviewed the Christmas classic, Lethal Weapon. So we're doing holiday themed.
Wow, I'm actually shocked that the critics gave it an 80s.
This movie is a Christmas movie because it starts off playing Christmas music in the beginning titles. Mm-hmm. So it's a Christmas movie.
Let me tell you. Trees on the trailer.
Yeah.
Well, can I say that a Los Angeles native, that heroin addicts and dead hookers is definitely, and Christmas trees is definitely a Los Angeles Christmas,
especially these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where the heart is.
I think there's a dash of shit on the street too now. If we're talking modern day.
Oh, you gotta have feces, yeah.
Well, that's why I moved.
You just call those little reindeer treats.
Yeah.
Those are not candy canes. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite movies, of course. Now, I believe this movie came out, is it March of 1987, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, March 6th, 1987. So obviously, I remember a little bit about the movie when it initially came out. I wasn't that old. I think I was only 8 years old when it came out. But of course, as time went on, my dad would watch this movie a lot. It was written by Shane Black, produced by Joel Silver, and it was directed by Richard Donner. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So it started off a whole slew of the whole trilogy after this, and so buddy cop movie. I love this movie. I love the camaraderie between. It's great chemistry between Danny Glover and Mel Gibson in this movie. It's a young Mel Gibson, which I know Vex appreciated. And
fucking hell, my God, young Mel Gibson,
young Mel Gibson, right?
Jesus, that opening scene alone was just. Oh, I'm watching this.
I gotta go.
Now,
time.
Sweat.
Now, Vex, is it like talking to young Mel Gibson now with me here?
No, not even.
Yeah,
close.
that's definitely
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No comparison.
I understand now why my mom had such a huge crush on Mel Gibson, and oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Dude had it going on.
He really had it going on. My God.
yeah, White Bear, you didn't emphasize it enough. He really had it
going on.
Listen here. Nah.
So Mel Gibson plays Martin Riggs, LAPD narcotics sergeant. So the movie really starts off like right off the bat, pretty much. You see this woman jump out of a freaking window, land on a car, and then you find out at the beginning of the movie that it was the daughter of a friend of Murtaugh, played by Danny Glover, and the story kind of jumps pretty quickly. I'd say this movie moves at a pretty rapid pace and still does a lot for its character building, chemistry. But I'm going to ask Vex here. So what did you think about this? The first time you've ever seen this movie, it's considered a classic. So what did you make of it?
I actually really enjoyed it. I loved this movie. I'm going to be honest. Sexy Mel Gibson aside, I I really enjoyed the chemistry between Murtaugh and Riggs, simply because the Christmas setting, first of all, is very appropriate given where both of their characters are, right? But they also seem to be reflections of each other. Like in the opening, like it was in like the first 5-10 minutes after the girl kills herself. Like we see that it's Murtaugh. Murtaugh is Danny Glover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we see that Murtaugh is just in the bath, and then his family barges in and they wish him a happy birthday. So immediately, like right away, you see that, oh, he's a family man. He's got a strong family connection, strong family values. And then meanwhile, Riggs is the complete opposite. This guy is literally at the end of his tether because he lost his family. So there's one very central thing that has defined both of these characters. So that comes like if they play off each other nicely later on because of that. And I think they kind of see reflections of each other in themselves, which is another reason why they get along so well. So I really enjoyed this. Like, I'm excited to watch the second one. I'm going to be honest. We were discussing this earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about this before the show started, and I think the second one's the best one in my opinion. Then it kind of it tells off, but it's still good. Their chemistry and partnership get much stronger going forward, and there's some really good touching moments as it goes on. Obviously these two guys learn to really respect and love each other, and obviously in this movie it pushes their relationship really fast towards the end because of we'll get into it, but you're right though. It was obviously in these movies they got to play up the drama. In the beginning, Mel Gibson, like you said, he's alone. His wife just passed away, so he's in his trailer looking at her picture, and it's kind of heartbreaking in a way because he misses her. And then this is the scene we get where he puts the gun in his mouth, and you're like, okay, obviously they're not going to kill him off, but Mel Gibson plays it up pretty well. I mean, it's a pretty intense scene, and obviously, like I said, he wasn't going to take his life. But you see how desperate and how at the end of his rope he is. He just can't take it anymore. It's Christmas time. It's already a depressing time of year for a lot of people. And now you lose your wife. And I want to say, if does the movie actually take place in 1987? I'm not sure because I know she was dead for a while.
84.
84. Okay, so it was okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. So and Vex is right. You got the opposite with Danny Glover's character Murtaugh, which is he's kind of he's ready to retire. He's been on the force for 20 years. He wants to just settle down. He has a boat and he just wants to do his thing and relax. And so I like the dynamic. And it starts off pretty quick where he gets a partner to just kind of go through the investigation here. And it starts off right away with them too. Like you expect it. Riggs comes in, he looks disheveled, like he hasn't showered in 5 days, and he's sitting there waiting. And Murtaugh's like, "Oh, you have a partner," and he's like, "Who?" And then Riggs pulls out his gun, and immediately it's like that's how their relationship starts. Mm-hmm. Murtaugh yells, "Gun!" Shit. Yeah, I'm too old for this shit. It's a famous line, and so he tries to grab Riggs' gun, thinking Riggs is like a criminal, an accomplice, and then it's just funny. And they're like, welcome to your new partner. And then they have this great conversation coming out of the parking lot about the guns that they carry with each other, and the quick little jabs about
that back and forth.
Yeah, the back and forth was great. Immediately, the chemistry, you could tell these guys have great chemistry together. Just from the first, this is what I mean about movie storytelling. The first 15 minutes of the movie has a more character development than most Marvel Disney movies do in multiple movies. So very strong writing here. And it's funny because he gives his first little jab at Murtaugh. He's like, "Oh, you got a 6-shooter?" He's like, "Yeah, a lot of old timers have 6-shooters, Murtaugh's looking at him like, who the hell are you? So right. I like the dynamic between them two immediately. And you're like, this is going to be great.
Yeah. And you, if you flash forward a little bit, and I'm sure we're going to get to that piece, but when Riggs finally goes to Murtaugh's house, you see that camaraderie, that bro connection when Riggs crumples up a can and chucks it, and Murtaugh picks up the lid and lets it bounce, the can bounce off into the trash can. And right then and there you go, there it is. There's the relationship. They fucking are going to back each other up no matter what. Yeah, Riggs is crazy. He's on the ragged edge.
On the edge. Yeah.
But Murtaugh is there to also back him up. And at the same time, Riggs is also there to back Murtaugh up. Yeah. And you're going to watch that in the next 45 minutes after the scene that I'm talking about. And it's just one of the perfect buddy cop movies of all time. And it's written by Shane Black. Yeah. And it's one of his first films that he's ever written. And I know he's gotten a lot of shit for Predator and The Predator. And Iron Man 3. But the dude has written some of the best action films.
I had no idea that was Shane Black.
I don't think there was as much studio interference maybe back then as much as like Predator and
when you have Joel Silver producing and you have Richard Donner directing, there's not going to be too much studio interference with that. So when you're probably was the same pop gum used in the oh fuck dude.
Oh
no, it was the one in Rust.
I want to, this is all Whitey's fault because he started with the dark shit with Kirstie Alley.
I'm pretty sure Whitey and Weird World Comedy,
Filipino Meatball had some dark.
Filipino Meatball are all trying to get us canceled at this point.
And he left Meatball. He had to go.
Yeah, of course he did. He's like, they're getting canceled.
But you're right though. I like that comparison of it's almost like they met at the right time. Riggs needs Murtaugh probably more than the other way, just to kind of tame him a little bit and kind of show him that there's still life ahead. You can kind of see the family dynamic too. You can even tell when Riggs is he's kind of shy at first when he meets the family when he goes in, but he starts to warm up, and who knows what from a movie aspect what they were trying to get across there, but just in his own head thinking, maybe I can have this someday again. This is nice. So he's happy. He's genuinely laughing with the family. But yeah, I like that scene when I like those scenes in these movies where it's just them two and they're talking.
And it's great that Vex picked it up like right off the beginning because
that's what a movie should do.
Right. And it's like, well, they're mirror opposites, right?
Yeah.
Even in name, like Martin Riggs is MR and Roger Murtaugh is RM.
I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Yeah, so they're mirror opposites all the way through. like through
Look
and
at you.
through.
I never knew that. I never would have put. I've been watching this movie for 20 years and I never knew that.
Yeah. So you look at them, but they click so well together. And Mel Gibson and Danny Glover click so well together. They're like best friends in real life. A and B. They carried 4 movies together, 2 of which are like campy, but at the same time, you're like, I love these 2 characters.
You're so fun. They're so good together.
Fun.
Yeah,
I can't get enough of it. If they made a 5, I would be happy to watch it.
I'd still watch it. Yeah,
I'd still watch it.
I'd be worried about a Lethal Weapon 5 in today's movie climate.
Well, is it produced by Disney?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, as long as it isn't.
Oh God.
No, it would be produced by Zaslav, actually.
So that might be better. But
so maybe. Yeah, the old HBO Warner would have made him trans or something. But Murtaugh, why are you transitioning? You're 80 years old. I'm too old for this shit.
I'm too old to be male.
Yeah, there's a lot that happens in this movie. So you find out there's this like ex-CIA, a group of people. I forgot what they were called. The movie got us
Phoenix.
The Phoenix Project or something like that, where they're basically they're bringing in drugs from out of the country.
This is actually a legit thing too.
Yeah, they did base it off a lot of true shit. Yes.
Yeah. Like eventually they mention Air America as well.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, Air America is definitely a real thing. The CIA.
What is that? Sorry, I'm not aware of what that is.
So Air America was like a CIA operation running guns and ammo in Laos, where we were not America. Sorry, I was thinking that you're part of America, Vex.
Honorary American.
Okay, so us Americans and honorary Americans were not supposed to be, but we were running guns and other things into Laos where we were not supposed to be, and it was the CIA called that Operation Air America.
Oh, I have heard of this. Okay, I just didn't know that was the name.
Wasn't there? Okay. It was a movie, Air America.
It was a movie with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
and Mel Gibson.
That's right. Ironically,
but that movie didn't really tell the complete true story because it was
of course
Air America was a lot darker than that movie. But yeah.
They're still going off with Indiana Jones titles.
I know. I've been watching. It's Wookie B Bad's dropped in. He's been playing Call of Duty for like 6 months straight, and he just decided to. Oh, I like this. Weird World. Indiana Jones. Joe Biden's going to start film Raiders of the Third Grade. If the stream gets kicked off all of a sudden, then we'll know.
You know what? We're already canceled, so let's just embrace it.
We're done. Yeah, we're good.
Let's just embrace it. It's good knowing y'all.
It was nice. One show is all we made it.
Us.
Yeah.
At least I got to come aboard once,
Right. We were. What is this? Episode 4. So thank you.
This movie actually grossed $120 million in 1987. That's a lot.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, especially
number
for
one, of course. Film. It's considered one of the best buddy cop films of. There's been a million copycats of this movie. They've tried.
Yeah, they've tried.
I think Rush Hour was one of them. That was I remember the director talking about that, or the creators of that. So they try to kind of. That was
the dynamic that they have, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Dynamic that they have, I noticed, I've seen this before. I've seen, movies do try to replicate this, and now I know this is originally where it came from. So when watching this, I was like, I've seen this a dozen times before, but this is the only time I've watched it and seen it play out near perfectly. The characters complement each other so nicely. So, every other time I've seen it, it's been sloppy or forced, or there was just some sort of chemistry that was missing.
Yeah, there was 48 hours.
There was 48 hours before that, and then
that's true. That was a good movie.
Okay. And then a long time ago, we're going to get nerdy again. Brace yourself, guys. So in 49, there was a film called Stray Dogs by Kurosawa, and he did a buddy cop film where the older veteran was schooling the rookie cop who lost his gun that was used in a murder. And so that was another buddy cop film that kind of started off this buddy cop genre, but it didn't really I would say come into its fruition until 48 hours, like Whitey Bear was saying. And then, like,
what did you say that movie was called? Sorry,
it's called Stray Dog.
Stray Dogs.
Stray Dog.
Didn't they make a remake of that?
I don't know. Did they? I only know
the title sounds really familiar. That's why.
There's a straight. It was about a rookie cop who loses his service gun, and it was used in a murder. And him and his seasoned partner have to go find it and find the murderer. And it was directed by Kurosawa. And it's one of the first Kurosawa films that he directed Toshiro Mifune in. Toshiro Mifune. In. I can't remember I can't remember if it was before Seven Samurai or after, but that was one of the first buddy cop films.
Wow, I didn't actually know. Okay, I've seen quite a few of Akira Kurosawa's movies. I'm just looking at his IMDb page. Wow.
Yeah, if you look at Akira Kurosawa, he's jumped like quite a few genres that we're used to today, including Star Wars. If we want to draw it back to George Lucas, Kurosawa did I can't remember The Hidden Fortress. The Hidden Fortress is directly influenced Star Wars.
Jan is saying that Vex might be thinking of Straw Dogs instead.
I might be. Yeah, maybe. That's true. That's true.
No. Yeah. Straw Dogs was a remake as well. Thank you, Jana. Thank you, honey.
Is it Shane? She said Shane Black wrote this movie trying to write an urban western mixed with Frankenstein. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. There you go.
Well, whatever he was smoking at the time was correct.
I think he was like. I think Shane Black was like 21 at the time when he wrote.
Yeah, he was really young when he wrote.
Like
this.
He just got out of college. I think he just got out of college. He wrote the script and then he starred in Predator the year before.
Yep.
So imagine that career.
23. She said.
Okay. So imagine you're 23. You just got out of acting with Arnold and all those guys on Predator.
You're writing a movie.
And then your movie got picked up by Warner Brothers.
It becomes the number one movie.
Right.
He's lucky he didn't go crazy with all that.
That's a pretty good, interesting. It's a good beginning to your career in the industry. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely.
He is linked to a Lethal Weapon 5 on his IMDb page. I'm seeing.
Who? Shane Black?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Interesting.
Dun dun dun.
Directed by Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been the rumor.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like Copa said, I'd definitely watch it. It would just be really weird to see. Danny Glover's like, how old now?
He's got to be in his 70s.
Too old for this shit, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely too old for this shit.
He's like, I'm out. His
he just has to stare at the camera, and everybody can imagine what he's saying.
Danny Glover's as old as my dad. He's 72.
So he'd be doing this.
I'm too old for this shit.
Absolutely. But while sitting down. Like the bomb underneath the toilet.
That's part 2. Don't blow it for Vex, dude.
Don't blow it.
God.
I was tuned out. Don't worry. I was looking at Shane Black's IMDb page.
Although one of the best lines of the entire series is in that movie, in that part where he goes,
in that part of the movie. Yeah, the second movie is great.
Guys like you don't die on toilets.
She took the headset off. I love it. She's so smart.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers. No, she's gonna have to watch this movie like tomorrow early now to kind of
pretty much. Yeah,
to get the context.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas movie though.
No, but it's okay
because it wasn't written. So Shane Black has this asphyxiation with writing films for Christmas. Like if you look at his writing credits on IMDb, it's all Christmas except
Christmas
for maybe,
stuff,
except for maybe Predator, Predator, I should say,
and maybe Iron Man 3. I don't remember Iron Man 3 being.
No, Iron Man 3 was Christmas time. It was snowing at least. Yeah.
Oh, that's
right.
Remember,
it was snowing.
Yeah.
He was dragging Iron Man. I think he was dragging.
That's true.
the mom.
Oh yeah, because they go to the town in the town that it was. I think it was Christmas.
Yeah, didn't he try to get her like a giant bear or something?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a trauma. He had like that one traumatic Christmas, and it's just kind of followed him.
Yeah, he's just
if you think about it, Shane Black is writing Los Angeles Christmas. So when Iron Man's first fortress gets destroyed there on Malibu, it was Christmas in Malibu.
That's right, and it gets blown up by missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this definitely. Like I said, this plot moves pretty quickly, and like I said, you get the dichotomy between the two actors really fast. Family dynamics there, and then you get enough action. Like the action kicks in midway towards the end, really quickly. And so, I mean, you have the bad guy. The bad guys were good. Gary Busey, he's always a creepy bastard in his movies. So he played a good bad guy.
Perfect villain choice.
Stoic face, just stone faced.
Those terrifying teeth.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Busey was coming off an Academy Award nomination on that one.
No, his career was dead, apparently, is what I was reading. Like, this movie revived his career.
Oh, no shit. Okay, so I always thought that Busey was on a tear, and he was on an Academy Award.
Was that after his wreck or whatever, or what?
Maybe.
Didn't he have a wreck, too? Screw up his...
I know he had a drug
would make
problem.
Sense.
He had a drug problem like forever, and but I remember he was nominated for Academy Award for something. And I thought it was like
because I don't remember him in
Buddy Holly.
Yeah,
Buddy Holly.
What year was Buddy Holly though? I don't know. I think that was probably way before Lethal Weapon. No,
you think so?
Well,
how do I know? That's what I have you people.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. No, you're right. It was
okay. Yeah, so she's right. Yeah, because
no, you're right.
78.
He was on a okay. So he was on a massive down trajectory in this movie. Yeah. Well, he was perfect for this role. I mean, it was good villains. That's how you know it's a good movie too. When you have good villains.
Mr. Joshua is his character.
Yeah, that was really good too because you had usually when you have a movie at the length that this movie was, with trying to juggle so many characters. The villains didn't have to be in it a lot, but they were definitely intimidating. They were scary. You felt their presence. A lot of movies today have a hard time just writing, period. So this was done really well. The original movie was supposed to be directed by Leonard Nimoy, and he turned it. Spock turned the movie down.
Good.
Why did he turn it down?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
it wasn't within his realm.
No, he better go direct 3 Men and a Baby.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God I went to Richard Donner, who knows how to direct action.
Yeah, I was going to say that's weird. God, that's
creepy. Speaking of Richard Donner, I don't think enough praise goes to Richard Donner.
No, he did great.
Yeah, well, I mean, like him as a director is just phenomenal.
He's got a good track record, yes.
Yeah.
So this was a good movie for him.
Yeah, he started off with why can't I think of it right now?
Superman?
No, Twilight Zone.
Oh, I see that he did direct one of the Superman movies, the first one.
No, he directed like 3 or 4 Twilight Zones that were.
He did direct Superman, though. She's right.
She is right. No,
no, the second one too. Because there was the
because there's the Donner cut.
The Donner cut where he left and then he came back and did the Donner cut later on.
Yeah, but he got a start on Twilight Zone, and he directed like 3 or 4 of the classic Twilight Zone episodes.
Yeah. So this was that's interesting. Yeah. So this movie really, and again, their partnership really grows. Because the daughter gets kidnapped by the villains, Martha's daughter, and then it's basically there's a great scene where they're sitting in Martha's house, and he kind of knows like he doesn't want to go past that point. Martha, he's not I don't want to say by the book, but he's more of just a clean cut,
more straight cut,
a lot more straight. And then
I would say he's by the book. Like all Murtaugh's trying to do is just get to retirement.
Just get to retirement.
Yeah.
Well, that's
and suddenly he turns to Riggs and he's like basically like wanting to unleash the dog.
Yeah.
Like fine, right. I'll let you murder them all. That's what you're good.
Yeah,
at,
and
right?
then because Riggs tells him, he's like, they're gonna kill her. Like you have to do this my way now.
Right.
And Murtaugh's like, okay, I get it.
And Whitey knows this. Like, this dude's special forces. He's like, if you're going to shoot, you better shoot to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And, because he's a great sniper shooter too, Riggs. So they come up with this great plan. And that part in the desert was really cool. They go out in the middle of the desert to do an exchange. And then, of course, it all turns to shit. Riggs is good.
It felt kind of so rushed during all that part.
It was quick.
You know, you have...
I don't know if you think about it, Raj. So if you think about it this way. So Raj was always scared of getting old, right? He saw one gray hair in his daughter saw one gray hair in his beard. And so he shaved the beard. And everybody was like, oh, Raj, you shaved the beard. Right? So in that scene, when the desert happens and Riggs is sniping people off from 150, 200 yards away, and Raj ditches the smoke bomb.
Mm-hmm.
What does Raj look like? He has gray hair.
Because of the sand.
Because of the sand and shit. But if you look at it as a visual standpoint, it's a visual irony where Raj is now old because his daughter is captured. And it's the same daughter who pointed out that he had fucking gray hair.
Right. And there he is trying to save her too.
Who would have thought you put on a wig and you just become like this fucking novice and storytelling?
Give him some more apple juice, people.
Give him the apple juice and tighten the wig up. Let's go. Yeah, so
I want to eat a bullet.
Are you feeling okay?
No.
Too much apple juice.
Right.
Yeah,
Too much apple juice.
That's spiked apple juice.
I want you a bullet, Raj.
Roger.
And he's definitely fighting for, like you said earlier, I think, Canolia, he used to kind of have a family there going on before his wife was killed and all that.
Yeah.
And,
he wants to do right by him.
He sees Roger, and he actually has his life together. And,
well, he likes Roger now. They have a little camaraderie. He wants to legitimately help him, and he figures he has nothing to lose, but he wants to save Murtaugh. So that there's the scene goes on. Of course, Riggs gets caught, and then Murtaugh's daughter tries to escape in the car. She gets caught. They all get caught, and then the interrogation scene, was pretty fun. I'm sure Vex loved that when he was tied up all wet with his shirt off.
I mean, yes. That wasn't why I was paying attention.
Sure. It was the electric shock. That's what it was.
This was the first time, because I remember watching the scene with my dad, and he was like, I was like, Dad, why are they pouring salt and throwing it on the wound?
Oh,
and this was the first time I ever got an education on what salt in a wound is supposed to feel like.
That looked painful. Yeah.
It did. It really did.
He's beat to shit, and he's not giving up any information, and they're putting salt, and then Riggs is tied up, and they got the electric shock, whatever the hell, and
sponges.
The Asian guy that was in every single Asian action movie.
An Asian guy.
Yeah, we're like, oh, it's that guy. Because
Murtaugh. I mean, Riggs takes a beating in this movie with the electric shock, and then of course, like in any action movie where he should probably be dead or near death, he comes to, kicks the shit out of everybody, escapes,
strangles a dude to death with his
with
his legs, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. And that part was the part when then they escape and he's killing everybody, and they get out. And then, of course, he's chasing Joshua. That's the bad guy's name. That's Jerry Busey's Joshua. What a fucking weird name. Perfect for a villain.
It was
Mr. Joshua.
Right? Yeah. And apparently he knew the character. He knew of him before then. He'd never met him, but he knew of him. Yeah, right. Due to they were both part of that group.
That Phoenix Project group in Vietnam, yeah. So that part plays out well. There's of course chase scenes, and Rod shoots the main bad guy. I forgot what his name was. Who was the main bad guy? His not Joshua, Mr. Joshua, Colonel Clink.
Colonel Clink. We just call him Colonel Clink.
Colonel Clink. He gets shot. Of course, he dies. Blows up because
that chase scene was like on the 101.
Yeah, Riggs is chasing him by foot.
Can we time out and like back up and talk about Copa's old stomping grounds and how?
Oh yeah.
The entire fucking film is like my old stomping grounds.
Yeah, Long Beach, right?
Yeah, the opening scene is Long Beach for sure.
Yeah.
The circular building is the International Building there in Long
Right.
Beach, and that's where I grew up. Long Beach.
That's what
Long
happened
Beach,
to
California. Me and Snoop Dogg and Sublime, and sort of Gwen Stefani.
What do you mean, sort of?
Well, she was in Orange County, but we all hung out together.
Well, 0.7 of y'all turned out right.
That's right. She's doing okay. I still need to get more plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You need more apple juice.
Face
Is what
looks
you need.
scary now, Gwen Stefani.
Well, how old is
She's
Gwen
doing
Stefani
something.
now?
She's like 52 now.
Yeah.
And
Cameron
she still
Diaz,
looks the
too.
same.
That's true.
Okay.
Cameron
Cameron Diaz
Diaz-
at least looks like she aged.
Cameron Diaz
Yeah, that's
grew
true.
up down the street from me. Like
Look at
literally.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you special?
But
Did
she
you,
went,
well,
but
did your
but
hair
she-
look like that when you grew up, though? Was that
yeah,
that-
and
Did
she
you look
was
like
all-
Sean Penn from Ridgemont High?
She was all over me, and I was like, "Get off me, Cameron Diaz! I got Jana. You need to,
yeah, I'm
freaking
sure
leave
that's
me
what-
alone, baby."
I'm sure that's what you said.
No, that's very
I'm
true.
just a girl. Okay, anyway, I'm singing Gwen Stefani songs now. I gotta stop.
Walking into
yes.
spider webs.
Don't speak. Don't speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know what you're saying.
This is not a Gwen Stefani karaoke show.
Okay. Okay. Vex
Yeah.
is
So
being
anyway,
more than us.
yeah. So the end scene.
Look
of
at
this
Jan.
movie
Look, see, there's Jana right there. Cameron Diaz too.
Cameron Diaz. Yeah. See, that's what I'm reading the comments. She's coming with the knowledge tonight.
Yeah.
About
Oh, yeah.
who made
About
the movie
everything.
and yeah.
Yeah, but
This has
so
taken a turn.
that opening scene for real is literally an iconic staple to Long Beach. Like if
Long
you
Beach, yeah.
lived and grew up in Long Beach like I did or Jana did, it is most definitely that is one of the buildings that you look at and go, "Oh, you're Long Beach." For sure. That circular building is there's no like mistaking that building.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mistaking that hair.
Well, that's true. But can one more thing about that
Yeah, go
shot
ahead.
in the beginning, because it's really interesting, is that it was a rehearsal shot. And if you're into filmmaking whatsoever, is that a rehearsal shot usually doesn't roll. But for some reason, Richard Donner decided to roll on that shot and got the spinning around 360, or I even want to say a 720 on that shot.
It was a good
Until
scene.
you-
Good opening.
Yeah,
scene.
and then he lands on her, and then it kind of like pushes in, and then it zooms in a little bit on her. So so that's just a rehearsal shot, and he decided, okay, like I'm going to roll on this shot. So they got the shot, and then afterwards he called cut, and then he said, all right, reset to 1, which means go back to your original position, and then wait for me to say action, and then we'll do take 1. So he got to position 1, and then Long Beach City said, you can't do it anymore.
Right.
So the shot that you're actually watching is a rehearsal shot, which is incredible. Like, if you think about it, like that's maybe a $250,000 to $500,000 budget shot back in the day in '87. And Long Beach City straight up said, like, you can't do that shot again. Like, no, you're not authorized to do that again. And that was just a rehearsal shot. So Richard Donner was lucky to call roll on that establishing shot of the opening credits. So
Yeah,
that's my
that
little
was
tidbit
Mm-hmm.
of my
Inside the mind of Wig Riggs.
Wig Riggs. I like it.
I like that one.
Yeah, and so you get to this end scene here where I love the ending of this movie, and it was film specific, where they wanted a specific martial arts shot in the movie, and so Richard Donner wanted Mel Gibson's final sequence to be unique and make a statement. So the assistant director Willie Simmons had a avid interest in usual forms of martial arts. He wanted to imply it into the movie, and I think it's. Were you saying this, Copa? It was like the first movie to have one of the like a martial arts.
Yeah, jujitsu.
Not first one, but
I want to say it was one of the first ones to show jujitsu.
Yeah, sure. It was great. That was a great scene between him and
it's definitely the first mainstream jiu-jitsu films of all time.
And I like what they did with the scene. It was weird. It was very chaotic. I think that was on purpose, though, that they made it very shaky cam, and I think they wanted to get across the whole,
like a real kind of fight. It's not
what a fight would probably look like in the fight.
I mean, it would never turn out that way. Cops would never just be like,
exactly. That's why it was weird.
What state you live in, where you know.
But Riggs gets him in a triangle.
Yeah.
At the end, and you're like, and as a kid, when I was watching, I was like, I don't know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
And then after UFC 3 or 4, you're like, whoa, you got him in a triangle.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you got him. I'm pretty sure he got training under Horian Gracie for that film.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
that was a great scene. And then, of course, it ends with Joshua being arrested, and of course, he escapes, gets the cop's gun, and then they both shoot him at the same time. And I like how it ends with Murtaugh kind of carrying Riggs, saying, he says, "I got you, partner," and then the bromance grows even stronger. And then, right after that, then it ends. The fight ends. The bad guys are dead, and he goes to say goodbye to his wife at the grave while it's raining. And he basically was like, "I love you." And I think at that point he knew it was time to kind of. I have a lot to live for. I'm gonna move on. And then, of course, it ends with him going to Murtaugh's house for Christmas, and he brings the dog in. That's where it kind of leads into with this franchise. Just a lot of chaos between both of these people. They just bring chaos to each other's lives, and it was great. But I like when he
very open for
100. And I like when he gives the bullet to the daughter just to give to Murtaugh. He's like, he'll understand with this. I don't need this anymore. That's where Riggs is kind of growing.
I also like that he invites the mutt into the house to chase the cat, because
the cat around. Yeah,
that's totally a move I would do. It'd be like, oh, hey, can I bring a friend? It's the dog to chase the mutt, the cat around.
I really liked how earlier in the film, before their camaraderie started, Murtaugh was kind of hankering on him about oh, do you ever meet people that you don't kill? And they their first big confrontation is after that whole shootout happens with the witness in the pool, right? And then you see the look in their faces. It's a complete 180 to what we've seen there. Right?
And you bring up a good point, because if you remember, Murtaugh was saying hey, we don't kill, we interrogate,
we wound to get information.
Yeah, we get information. And so Riggs is like, okay, partner, you're the boss, right? And so they get to that pool scene.
Yeah.
And when the guy draws the gun on Riggs gives this brief moment look, and I mean brief, I don't know, maybe half a beat to Murtaugh. He looks at him and is like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Because this guy's pulling out a gun. I have to blow him away, bro. He's looking at him
like you can let me do this. I can do this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm blowing him away, man. I'm blowing him away.
Yeah. And then he ends up doing it anyway.
It's fucking crazy. And it's it's shit like that where you can tell directors and actors. What do you say? My screen froze on Sasquatch. Looks like
he's Joe Biden sniffing Copa's hair. Where's my ice cream?
Yo,
look, Wookie said, "No, this is what boredom looks like." Wookie.
But to be fair, this was my first time watching the movie.
No,
so it's my critiques can't be as in depth as yours.
You're 100. You're 100%.
You're fresh
on point.
No, yeah,
and it's nice.
No, you've nailed it. Yeah, you got everything. Yeah.
Big brain, that's why.
Right, but you're bringing that pool point. You're bringing up that pool scene.
That was a good,
and if you watch it over again, and I'm telling you, you Vex and anybody else who's only seen it one or two times, if you watch just Mel Gibson's look at Danny Glover, he's just it's genuine. Yeah, he's like, what do I do here? Like, I have to blow this guy away. I'm sorry, dude. I have to blow this fucking guy away.
He's trying to be better,
Exactly.
but it doesn't work out. Yeah.
Exactly. He's just like, I'm sorry. Like, this is what I'm good at, and this is what has to happen, or we're both dead.
100%.
So I'm glad you brought that point up, because I always watch that part, and there's a brief moment. I shit you not. There's like a beat or even a half a beat moment where Mel Gibson gives Danny Glover a look, and he just looks at him like, fuck it, I'm fucking blowing him away.
Yeah. And he does. But it definitely gets better. So I'm very excited for Vex to actually see the sequel, which to me is the best one out of all 4.
Absolutely.
And then it gets a little goofy and more comedic as it goes on. They're not bad movies after 2. They're just not, to me, up to the level of the first 2.
The tone changes a little bit.
Big time.
Yeah,
the second one gets really dark. And then you can tell the studios were like, yeah, you know what? Let's start. They pulled a Marvel. Like, let's start going a little light here. And
the one question I have is like, because in this first movie, like it's very clearly laid out that Riggs's deceased wife is very fundamental to who he is present day. Is there ever a tie-in in any of the sequels where we discover like?
Oh yes, 2.
Okay, that's all.
Yes.
I need to know.
No, that's all you need to
know.
And it's a big character development part
if you pay attention to like the refrigerator in the background scenes of Murtaugh's house, smash that like button.
That's what it says on the fridges in Murtaugh's house.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Now, Black knew back then.
Truly a movie ahead of its time.
Absolutely. Donner knew.
Very progressive.
No, but if you look at the refrigerators in 1, there's all these references to apartheid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you get to 2,
you understand why.
You start understanding like what is going on with this whole apartheid situation, and then really ties together.
Hey, Copa, do you have a relative you didn't want to tell us about?
Copa, you look like Jacob, dude.
Look at him.
Oi. Yeah,
No,
Raj, like Jacob.
Jacob Ironside's got the best dad jokes in the land.
I know he does.
He's amazing. Yeah, the attempted suicide breaks you in the beginning. Yeah, they did. I think they casted this movie perfectly. We talk about good casting. These guys were perfect, and like Vex said, it just works. Everything works, and it gets better. So, I
would say 2 is the best.
I think it's the best one. Yeah, I agree.
Because 2 gets a little bit darker, but then it also grows Murtaugh and Riggs's relationship.
Massively. Yeah,
and it grows Murtaugh's and Riggs's relationship with the help of Joe Pesci's character.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, second question now: is there anything Christmas related in there?
No,
not in the second one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, can that be the next review if there's Christmas in there?
She's just like, I want to talk about this movie. Actually, Lethal Weapon. I don't think there's any more Christmas references at all.
Nope.
After that.
Nope. We could talk Die Hard and Die Hard 2. We could talk Die Hard 2 and then Die Hard 1.
Yeah, Vex yelled at me about Die Hard. Remember in the chat a couple of weeks ago?
I know.
I was joking. I made a woman joke and I said, well, we're going to educate you. And she goes, listen, I had a father. I saw Die Hard. Yeah. I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, I hope she knows I was kidding.
Listen, just like you like to bust balls, I like to bust balls. So I
was giving you shit. It was
No,
great.
yes,
but I felt like I just invited her on to be a co, and then I'm like, hey, woman, have you ever seen Die Hard?
Ooh, Jana brings up a good point. I'm sorry,
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah, that's another Shane Black Christian.
Yeah,
that was actually a really good movie.
It really was.
Robert Downey Jr. too, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that the movie that revived his career right before Iron Man? Kiss Kiss
Absolutely,
Bang Bang.
and he met his wife on that film.
I thought they were together way longer than that.
Well, he was with his first wife that kind of saw him through all the drug rehabilitation.
And then they moved on.
Yeah, and then they moved on and it seemed amicable.
Oh my God! Stop drinking the juice, Jesus!
It's not juice. I can't just get through the fucking word.
Fuck! Dressed like a drag.
He didn't pull a James Cameron, is what you're saying.
Oh
right. No, he didn't.
Okay,
Cock.
gotcha.
James Cameron. He doesn't like testosterone. What was it, testosterone?
He's a cuck.
Yeah,
he's a cuck. That's why.
I know we were going to
every
kind
one
of
his
briefly.
wives.
Yeah,
we were going to touch
about
on that. But...
talk about James Cameron's anti-T.
Didn't he lose Best Director to his ex-wife? Catherine Bigelow, right?
Did he lose?
Wasn't he married to Catherine Bigelow? Catherine Bigelow won Best Director for The Hurt Locker up against Avatar.
Ah, good.
Of course, Avatar was going to lose. What?
Yeah, but I just thought it was funny that she beat him and they were divorced.
I honestly don't understand why Hurt Locker gets so much shit. That it's one of the most.
Well, I will say this
of all time.
It's a suspenseful film, but I will say my co-host Whiskey Banger hates that movie because he said it's the most unrealistic. Because he was in the army in combat. Yeah. He says it is extremely technically inaccurate.
Yeah, but
on a lot of fronts.
But was Whiskey Banger EOD?
No, but he worked with them.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he saw some shit.
Everything.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
He was infantry, man. Well, he said just certain things. He'd have to go into more specifics, but the little things about how the officers treated each other and the people in command, and is a lot of little technical things. Now, people in the army are going to notice that same thing. Like maybe with cops, when they see cop movies or shows, are going to notice things that aren't real. He liked it, but he I think it's just ingrained in you when you're in military and you see that stuff. You're like, yeah, that's not accurate at all.
Well, so, when you're in the military, you don't really give a shit about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Has Whiskey Banger seen The Terminal List at all?
He loved it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask because they went really hard.
Yeah, he loved it because it was Navy SEALs. Whitey,
no,
what'd you think of Terminal List?
I still haven't got to see it yet.
Really?
Great show,
Navy, bro.
No, I will say this.
Tell
that's
me really quick.
That's a series we could freaking review. That's so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Jake Gyllenhaal movie that I hate. I think it might be same director of his Hurt Locker.
Oh, are you talking about Jarhead?
Jarhead. I literally like Jarhead. I literally set that movie on fire.
Yeah, but that was but you know what's funny is that's written by a Marine from the Gulf War.
Yeah, that's from what I understand. That's very accurate as to what really.
Yeah, he was desperate. He was desperate. He was desperate to see some action. He just couldn't.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I think
he was desperate to sell a book. No, I'm kidding. No,
I get it. No, but
it was so depressing.
White Bears is pissed.
Terminal List is great. I will say I love the books. The Jack Carr books are fucking amazing. They deviate a lot from the book, and my thing is Mrs. Sasquatch watched the show, then read all the books. Mm-hmm. She liked the show better in some aspects. I like the book better, but
Jack Carr is legit, and obviously Jack Carr was
it's a good writer.
Well, he's a great writer, and he's a Navy SEAL. So put those two together, and
he's a badass. But Terminal List is a great show. I liked it. I like Chris Pratt in that. I didn't know if I was going to like him first. I liked him as a Navy SEAL. Maybe I love him as Mario too.
It was fun. It was funny when they released, or when Jack Carr put out Terminal List. I was like, I kind of imagine Chris Pratt in this, but it was weird at the time because it was like when Chris Pratt was kind of doing Guardians and he was kind of doing the Jurassic World shit.
Oh yeah.
The big budget, the blockbuster stuff.
Yeah, he was starting to dip his toes into that shit, and I was like, I kind of remember. But when Jack Carr said, like, hey, the only person who could probably play this is Chris Pratt, I was like, holy,
you wrote it for him. With him in mind the whole way through. And
that totally makes sense.
So from what I understand, season 2 is definitely happening. They haven't made it official, but
Jack Carr because it was one of Amazon's biggest hits.
Yeah,
which is something they tried to cover up too. Is the weird part is why would you try to cover up success?
Well, because Lord of the Rings, Vex.
Well,
no, it wasn't even that they hate Chris Pratt.
I know what you mean.
They hate the fact. They hate the fact that the fans liked something so patriotic.
Exactly. And it had Chris Pratt, who was a known patriot, and it was very father focused and man focused. Like it was pro male.
Yeah, why not celebrate one of your best viewed shows instead? They put some fucking but I can't even get into this.
Yeah, for once, a male father figure didn't look like Raymond from Raymond. You know, like the typical, just absolute dumbass with the wife. I know, you know, I love my wife and all that, but we, you know, a lot of things are equal with us on, you know, sharing things and stuff like that. But the male model in every one of these TV shows, you know, in America in the past 20 years has been terrible. So stupid, dumbass dad, a wife who you know, she doesn't know why she's married to him, but she puts up with a lovable idiot.
Yeah.
Well, like modern media for the past 20 years, maybe even 30 years, has been like, oh, the dad's divorced and, you know, he's separated from the family or he's fucking dead. It's never like a family man who is fighting for his family. It's never that.
Toxic masculinity, Copa.
Yeah, I love it too, Jana. Very good point right there.
I know. I can't wait to
Most women do, actually.
What?
Yeah. Most women like toxic masculinity because it's natural.
I feel like they go too far.
Well, yeah, my natural instinct with my wife, who's pregnant with my daughter right now, is to protect my wife.
The poor woman.
To protect my.
That's why you got the wig on.
I know.
Hiding.
He's getting into character.
Oi, I'm willing to eat a bullet. Are you?
After the show, after doing the show with you, I'm ready to eat a bullet.
You want to eat a bullet?
Listen, Vex's cats are hungry.
Yeah, that's why I keep moving.
So much. I feel bad because I noticed this yesterday on your show that the cat was like trying to chew at her. I'm like, the poor cat needs to eat. Look at that cat. I see him in the background. He's hungry. It's Canada. They probably, you know.
You can see him.
There he is on the bed.
There he is. He's laying on he's eyeing her. He's like, "Can you feed me, please?"
He's a Canadian cat, so he's a little.
No, it was the other one. The other one's sitting in the corner, staring at me right now.
Well, Canadian cats are a little thinner than American cats.
let me ask you a question though. Do they want you to euthanize the cat like they do want to euthanize people now in Canada? That's pretty.
Yeah, what's going on with that, Vex? Can we talk about that?
Can't get enough food.
We can if you want.
I
Essentially,
mean, I saw one of your vets was one-legged, and they're like, "Hey, can I get a bed?" And they're like, "Best we can do is euthanize you.
We could kill you."
Yeah. There you go. Pretty much, even if you're feeling suicidal or depressed now, they'll offer you medically assisted suicide.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
nice.
Well, as you can see with my hair,
you're going to Canada, huh?
Suicidal.
Yeah. But it'll be weird things. Like there's a few articles I've read now of people being admitted to the hospital for, you know, pretty serious things. And instead of like having to spend the money to treat those people, they try to push assisted suicide on them.
Well, if they're going to have to wait that long for like a hip operation, they're like, well, you're going to suffer some chronic pain for a while. Would you like to just...
It's people that had like there was one guy who was an army vet actually who had like a spinal issues, so he was like basically bedbound, right? He couldn't walk or anything. So he went to the hospital because he had an infection or something like that, and he needed a lot of rehab help. And instead of giving him the help, they offered him a suicide.
What is up with? But where did this come from?
Population control.
This is what happens when you have a country that is dependent on the government. They'll eat out whatever the government provides.
Sure. I thought socialism and communism was the hip thing to do.
Yeah, but I know this is like 1984 shit and Brave New World shit, where it's like, go ahead and liquefy yourself. It's okay. But my thought is, it's like, I felt like maybe last month you guys were saying, "Oh, there he is."
No, he's licking the other one.
What's his name?
The brown one is Raja, like the tiger in Aladdin.
Ooh.
And then the silver one is
Triple
Kylo. Or Triple R, sure. But I hadn't watched.
What was the silver one again? I'm sorry.
Kylo, like the villain in Star Wars.
Look at
Kylo Ren.
I adopted him though. I don't like Star Wars. I didn't pick the name. He was adopted with that name.
So you kept the name. That was nice.
I feel like this euthanasia shit in Canada was
California. You're right. That's where it's going next.
There's barely any Asians in Canada.
That's not true.
Young ones,
bro. Do you know who's buying up all of our?
Oh, I was like, what?
It's a euthanasia joke. Okay.
okay. Listen, I didn't catch it at first.
Yeah, because Because I was like, bro, fucking Alaska.
Drink a little bit more apple juice and you'll get it.
Wookie Be Bad wants to know who doesn't like Vex is not a Star Wars fan. It's okay. We still love her.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you here. Okay, before I dislike something, I at least give it a fair shot. Okay,
it's true.
I watched the first 2 original Star Wars movies, and they just weren't my cup of tea.
I'm sorry. Did you say you watched Star Wars and then Empire Strikes Back, and then said that they were not your cup of tea?
Yes.
Let me ask you this: do you like Lord of the Rings?
I liked those movies. Yes, I thought those movies were very good. I didn't like them originally when they first came out.
You like Lord of the Rings 1 and 2?
Yes, I don't like the third one as much. The pacing was really off in the third one.
Really? You don't like the third one compared to the second one?
The first one was the best one.
But you don't like the third one?
I don't like the third one. No.
Wow.
It was good. Don't get me wrong. Like, all 3 of them are good. But I just thought the third was the weakest one.
Oh wow!
She lost point.
No.
Whoa.
Listen, not everybody likes Star Wars.
It's like meeting something in the wild for the first time. You didn't like Return of the King?
Listen, she's a woman.
It was a good movie. I'm just saying, of the 3, in my opinion, it was the weakest.
Okay, wait, time out. Did you see the extended edition?
No, I haven't seen any of it.
If she didn't like the original, she's not going to watch a 5-hour version of the movie.
You know, that kind of I want to watch a longer version of it.
Yeah.
I said that originally when they came out, I didn't like them. When I rewatched them when I was older, I enjoyed them quite a bit. Right? Yeah. Like, I enjoyed them a lot.
Okay.
They're great movies.
I'm just saying,
out of the 3.
Okay, let's quiet down. Out of 10, what would you rate the first Lord of the Rings?
The first Lord of the Rings, a 9.
Wow.
Okay, that's great.
I like
the
first one too.
Okay,
that's
totally cool. The second one, what would you rate out of 10?
7.5.
All right, I'll agree with that a little bit. Okay. The third one,
a 7.
Ooh, that's tough.
I didn't like the ending of the third one. It was like 18 different endings. I know why he did that.
That's what killed it for me. But if it weren't for that ending, it would have been much better.
I love the trilogy. But you know what? She's a woman of color. You got to give her the discipline.
Well, she probably had to take up
look at her the theater right now.
You know what though? I like this though. See, I like, because I know people who don't love Lord of the. They like them. They know. Here's the thing. Cinematically, you could say it's a great movie. It's well put together. It's directed well. But you don't have. I know people who say that about The Godfather, and that's my favorite movie of all time. Like, they don't love the genre. They don't necessarily love the movie, but they're aware that the movie is a masterpiece.
You want to talk Godfather? Let's go for another hour. And talk about how the Godfather, how the first 2 Godfathers are the best films of all time. Anybody want to fuck around and find out?
I love those movies. Read the book. Weird World Comedy says read the book. The books are better than the movie. Of course.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I think your wife's calling you out there, Copa.
Copa forgets that we stood up to leave the theater 3 times at the end of the third movie, thinking it was a thank you. It's true. The ending was too much. It's the hair. It's the hair.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
No, I mean, he's not. Listen, I like the movie. The end was a little too much at the end.
Jana, you don't have to give out the family secrets.
Yeah.
Your
fan. What are we? What is our next movie review? Oh, we haven't talked about that yet.
It should be Rambo, because me and Whitey.
Oh, what's that? A Christmas movie?
Yeah. I thought we were doing Chris. I gave you guys a list of Christmas movies that we could have done.
Well, now we got the Discord. I finally figured out the Discord. We can actually talk now about the podcast.
Okay, I would say our wrap up Christmas, like pinnacle Christmas.
Yes.
Die Hard.
Well, Die Hard's got to be the end, probably. Yeah.
What comes?
And apparently,
Die Hard,
my wife taught me this shit tonight. Was the same gun that Martin Riggs used.
The Beretta.
The Beretta is the same Beretta, exact same Beretta.
And Die Hard.
In Die Hard.
Yeah, but she's right. What's the in between movie though? There's this one. There's Die Hard as the end. What's the in between? What's the cannoli cream, buddy? What do you put in the middle?
I'm still on board with doing Eyes Wide Shut if everyone else is.
I am too, because everybody in this chat right now knows. Well, not in this chat, but everybody here knows that I'm a Stanley Kubrick fanatic. Mm-hmm. So oh yeah, absolutely.
No, he is amazing. If that's what we want to do, we can do that. I haven't watched that movie in a while.
Just watch that movie again. That's all.
I need to review.
I could do Kubrick, and then the week after that, Die Hard,
That's a good palate cleanser because Eyes Wide Shut is really dark. So it'd be good to go to something light right after that.
Very dark movie.
Fidelio.
Jesus Christ. Okay, on that note.
I didn't say fellatio. I said
no.
Fidelio.
I know you wanted to say fellatio.
Weird World Comedy wants us to read the books. I did read the Lord of the Rings books in high school.
See, I have not read the books. I won't lie. I haven't read the books.
I listened to the books.
I've read the books. I have the leather-bound books here.
You would have leather-bound.
I do. Because we're going to review next week.
All right. So I guess it's Eyed Wide Shut, and of course, whatever topics come up, because God knows that the weird world of entertainment will bring up some good goodies. So Vex has to go euthanize her cats. Feed her cats.
I don't have to. Now they're just cuddling, so I'm okay now.
Yeah. Cuddling now. That Canadian law kick, it's a little
doesn't apply to animals. Doesn't apply to animals, just humans.
That makes it better, I guess. Keep
not
the animals
really,
safe.
No.
Oh.
Still doesn't. I'm not to say that I'm against the animals. I just mean it doesn't make sense either way. That's all.
Nothing makes
You could
sense.
always make a post on Twitter to see what the fans would like us to review next week.
I forgot about polls.
Oh, and also community on.
Yes, I will do that actually. Okay, I'll do that, and then let's go around the crazy circle here. Vex, where can we find you?
You can find me in a shithole called Canada. Unfortunately, I'll be okay. No, I'm on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Vex Electronica, all one word. I also do a weekly gaming news podcast on Sundays over at the Lambency Show, and I post video game reviews there. I just posted my first video game review video today on YouTube. Actually, the Lambency Show. That's where, I'm always on Twitter, though, as you can tell.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that review because that game, it was the Callistico Protocol.
Yeah, that review's coming out on Wednesday. And
okay, that's right.
Yeah, and the video will probably be out on Saturday, I would say, for that one.
Okay, looking forward to that review. So, let's see, Copa, you
can find me on Twitter at peterjcatania.com.
Yeah, all their description information is in the chat, by the way, or it's in the actual description of the video.
Yeah, it's all here. So why you ask?
Cocaine bear? White bear. What about you?
Why are you skipping over me?
I didn't skip over you.
Were you not done?
Were you not done?
No.
I bought your book, by the way. I have to read Copa's book.
I had many other things.
This came in the mail for me yesterday too.
Oh my God! Jesus.
See. I have his.
I'm going to read this over the
Sorry,
holidays.
Copa.
I hope you all enjoy. Seriously,
I won't.
Not at all.
No, don't
get the fucking audiobook out now.
She has an. Oh no! Yeah, you got to write the other two books first. See you later.
I don't
have
read.
I
never learned to read.
I've been talking to Vex about actressing for my book for the longest time now.
No, he hasn't. But I'm training to be a voice actor. That's why.
Are you seriously?
I'm seriously, yeah. So I work in like a learning center, and one of the guys that rents a space from us, he's a professional actor. He was in the industry for 25 years. Now he teaches it. So I told him like I've always wanted to try voice acting. So he offered me a discount on courses. So I'm taking a course right now to get certified.
Shit.
Yeah.
What if this whole time she's just been voice acting with us and we don't even know what the fuck she sounds?
Just not her real voice. This is not her real voice.
Well,
that's fucking you.
Thank you, Jenna. I really appreciate that.
Oh, a little ASMR there.
And we all know Copa likes ASMR.
Yeah.
What did you say?
We're gonna talk real soft.
What did Jenna say? It's working. Your voice is amazing.
Amazing.
That's exactly how my wife sounds.
Well,
next week we're gonna talk SWAT shut.
It's one of my favorite words.
You gotta tap the microphone.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, Weird World. You're right. Actually, we are against the death penalty, but pro assisted suicide.
What kind of backwards ass shit is that?
Serious? Is that
serious?
Real?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We're really in a lot of trouble in this world.
Weird World always brings the.
Oh no, I if you get his
Hard
fucking internet to
hammering.
work, we could have him on the show once because, but he has internet like in a cave somewhere in the middle of the woods. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
We have to take
my
the
cave
show.
gets better signal than him.
We could pre-record the show, yeah.
Dude. I swear to God, if we pre-record the show and put Weird World on the show, it would be amazing.
Oh, we're getting views. He's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
I love him. I love him. Were you done talking about where you are, Copa, or did I interrupt you?
No. Me and Vex had our moment and we moved on.
Okay. Well, it's about time. White Bear, where can you get cocaine? I mean, tell us where you are.
Oh yeah, Cocaine Bear, go ahead.
You can find me at I don't know, whatever my YouTube channel name is. White Bear 2. And yeah, you got my links down there.
Yeah,
and
all his stuff's in there, yeah.
Video out today, a video out tomorrow, and a video out for Wednesday already. So
Can we just say that he's 10 away from 100? Let's break him.
Yeah, let's get him.
Oh yeah,
to
let's
that
do
100.
it.
break me.
Yeah.
Do it.
We'll shout you out on on the socials tomorrow and try to get that up for you. So apparently I'm going to be on the Lambency show tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, being interviewed for their content creator. Am I the first interview on that? I think?
No, it's a creator spotlight. I think you're like the third, fourth, or fifth. We've done a couple of them though so far.
I don't feel
so
special
you're not
anymore.
So Canola
I don't feel
not special at us all.
No, I don't feel special. I feel.
In all
heartbroken
fairness, you are special because you're the first non-Twitch streamer.
Oh,
I am special. I'm a pretty girl.
Wow.
I won't be there
Yeah.
when it starts, but I'll probably tune in halfway in because I'm working till 8.
You're gonna you're gonna be sledding down the snow banks in Canada with your
Still no
euthanized
snow
people
up
on the
there,
road.
I might
Yeah.
tune in, and then again, I might ignore it on purpose.
It's not on YouTube. It's on Twitch, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
right?
is it for real?
I don't know.
Twitch
I
or
gotta talk to
Rumble,
Leia.
I don't know.
Well, if
one
it's
of
on
those
Rumble,
two.
I'd definitely tune in and then say I'm not.
Yeah, do what you usually do.
Usually I'm at work and I just keep it on there, but it gives numbers and I get to hear you still on the headphones. So
yeah,
That's
that'll be
'cause-
fun.
That's because White Bear is a real one.
Well, cocaine does weird things, so
That's very true.
Well, this has been a fun night.
Yeah, I cannot wait for his movie Cocaine Bear to come out.
Oh, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever.
He fucking
February
beat that-
2023.
Did you see that he beat that preview for from 2 weeks out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's gonna be a great movie. I can't wait to see it.
I can't. wait to
Cocaine and
see it.
bears. Come on.
White Bear
Well,
and cocaine is. Just,
I
no,
expect
that's a good combo.
royalties. All the royalties.
Yeah. Before Vex's cats eat her, we're gonna say goodbye. So I had a great time. So this was look. Bye.
Bye, Raj.
Bye, Raj.
Raja.
Bye,
Raja.
And Kylo.
Kilo.
I can't smile. I can't smile longer than I have.
Jesus, you guys are sick.
I think it's the alcohol though doing that more than anything.
the apple
fucking,
juice.
Just fucking cut it.
We're done. Okay. Had a great time. Love you all. Thanks for chiming in.
You
We
haven't
will see
cut
you
it
next
yet.
Monday for another review and some other chaos, and it's been fun. Thank you.
Just fucking cut it.